If you live here, fun is your thing. If you live here, tough is your thing. Smart is your thing. Caring is your thing. If you live in Massachusetts, community is your thing. Since 1972, the Massachusetts State Lottery has provided over $25 billion to help cities and towns with the things they need most. If you live here, giving is your thing.
My family earns respect.
My family clears bases.
My family breaks records.
My family wins MVPs.
My family gives everything.
My family makes history. My family wins championships.
There's no family. There's no family.
There's no family. There's no family like my family.
Join the fam.
Join the fam.
Join the fam.
When Alaska Airlines needed a partner for the complex operations of travel, they made the switch to T-Mobile. Our 5G has Alaska Airlines and their customers covered, from major hubs to remote destinations, with 5G coverage ready now for the demands of today and the future. T-Mobile's network powers Alaska Airlines as they deliver next-level care for all customers. 5G ready now. That's how unconventional thinking is better for business.
Coke Zero is now Coke Zero Sugar, with great Coke taste. Some people were excited to hear the news, some were skeptical. So we're not gonna have the star of the show you're watching come out and say, "You'll love it." No special jingle written by this week's hottest pop star. No famous internet celebs who happen to be holding the label just so. Okay, maybe just one little pour shot. The only thing that will make you believe Coke Zero Sugar has great Coke taste is trying it yourself. Ice cold Coke Zero Sugar. Try one today.
At long last, welcome to the 2022 Cape Cod Baseball League playoffs presented by National Grid. And for the first time in 4 summers, the playoffs are officially back on Harbor Hawk Baseball Network. We are live from Lowell Park in Cotuit for Game 1 of this best-of-3 series between the 2nd-seeded Kettleers and your 3-seed Hyannis Harbor Hawks. I've been with this crew for 44 games and hopefully another 10, 11 days as I, Zach Berman, welcome you inside the broadcast booth. Austin Takuda to my right, Drake Toll to my left. And I think anybody in this ballpark would argue that it would have been a travesty to not get a Hyannis Cotuit playoff series this summer, as the two teams have memorably played each other quite well all season long. However, while it's not surprising to see these two teams squaring up for postseason ball, Drake, if you had told me a few weeks ago that Hyannis and Cotuit would be a round 1 matchup as opposed to a round 2, I'd be stunned, to say the least.
Absolutely, Zach. These are two teams that were 1 and 2 in the West most of this year, with Bourne in the 3 spot. And Bourne, last second, takes 1, wins the West, and those guys will be against Falmouth later this afternoon. And you know, Zach, I have not been with this crew for 44 games due to COVID-19, but the games that I have been here, I've seen the Harbor Hawks and Cotuit Kettleers play in some classics. I can only expect that today as Zach Volker and the big Ben Johnson go 1-on-1.
Now, Austin, while the Harbor Hawks have been a formidable foe for Cotuit this season, if they want to advance in the playoffs, they are going to have to do something, whether it be today or Saturday, that they have failed to do all summer, which is win a game here at Lowell Park, where they are 0-2-1.
Yeah, they've come close a couple times, Zach, and the Harbor Hawks have played the Kettleers well in all their matchups this season. And obviously the record might not be as firm as you would hope, but they've certainly played them better, and now it's time for the anthem.
Well, we're going to send things to the Dugout Show as I interviewed our wonderful first-year head coach, Eric Beatty. At long last, the playoffs are finally here. We're at Lowell Park in Cotuit, Game 1 between the Hawks and Kettleers coming up shortly, and I am here with the Hawks' first-year manager, Eric Beatty. Coach, You are 44 games into the season. What would you have to say about this group, how they've grown and how they have gotten themselves into this position where they can play for a Cape League championship?
Yeah, I think the first thing they did together was they started liking each other. Back that first week, we had a little team dinner together. We went to Steve and Sue's, a little putt-putt and some ice cream, and that really got us kicked off into a good start. And winning is fun, and we did a lot of winning, you know, in the beginning, middle of the year, and that of course is really fun too, is winning. So it's a good group, man. We got a lot of good kids here.
Yesterday, Bourne had to play a game that was postponed, whereas you guys had the day off. Did you tell the guys to, you know, spend their day off a certain way to get refreshed, get ready for the playoffs, as opposed to, you know, having to spend the day playing an actual game?
Yeah, no, I don't think there's any advantage or disadvantages. I know a lot of the guys spent the day with their host families. Some of them still have family in town. The coaches, we went to lunch together and grilled some steaks and potatoes and went for a little late night run for some ice cream last night. So I think we all just kind of laid loose, and we're looking forward to the game today. I don't know that there's a competitive advantage either way.
Well, the Hawks have played Cotuit quite well this year. They've gone 2-3-1. However, in order to advance the next round, you're going to have to do something you haven't done all year, and that's win a game here at Lowell Park. How does that motivate you? Does that fire up the group?
Yeah, it's playoff time, man. These guys are competitive kids. They've got competitive group over there too. So we got to come out and execute well and execute situational hitting. The pitcher's got to throw the ball over the plate. We've got to play defense, and whoever does that better out of two really good teams is probably going to win today.
Thank you so much, Coach. First pitch coming up in Game 1 between the Hawks and Kettleers next on Harbor Hawk Baseball Network. Welcome back to the Battle of Barnstable. First team to 2 games will win. Harbor Hawks and Kettleers, Zach Berman, Austin Takuda, Drake Toll. One major item to note today. It's the playoffs. Ties are gone. Because it's the playoffs, you got to have a winner. So, of course, since Lowell Park does not have lights, should a game still be in play when it is deemed too dark to continue, the game will be carried over to tomorrow afternoon back here before we would all go to Hyannis tomorrow night.
Yeah, you know, I thought they were going to bring in portable lights for today's game. We were led to believe that was the case, but wouldn't you know, Cotuit still doesn't have lights.
Well, it has been such a special season, and our president of operations, Dan Johnson, has been such a huge part of that, and he spoke with Bria Losick pregame.
From Lowell Park alongside Hyannis president Dan Johnson. Dan, this is your first year as president of the organization, and the first time the Hawks have been back to the playoffs since 2018. What do you think led to this team's success?
Well, absolutely, our general manager. I always joke with him. I said last year we went from 7 wins to 7 All-Stars. So when you have a general manager that's as driven as Nick and it's his passion, and he wakes up every morning wanting to get Hyannis' roster better, it makes my job a lot easier.
And now coming into this game, Hyannis had a chance to take the West but slipped into that 3 spot. How are you feeling before this, and what do you think that the Hawks need to do to improve to get past the Cotuit Kettleers?
I think at this stage it's an 8-team march to the end. I think we are just as good as the other 7 teams in the tournament right now. I love our pitching. I do. There's a lot of times, with all respect to Cotuit, they're a great team. We've outplayed them a couple of times this year, and it just hasn't showed. So I'm hoping with our pitching lined up the way it is, and if we can hit, I like our chances.
Tomorrow night, McKeon Park, Cotuit versus Hyannis. What's it like to bring that rivalry during a playoff atmosphere?
So you saw last week what it was, and that wasn't a playoff game. I can give you an anecdote. In the 3rd game of the championship series in 2015, we played YD, and there was 7,500 people at McKeon Park. I'm expecting a big, big crowd, and it's going to be split right down the middle. And I'm excited. I'm really excited. It's just so much fun to see the energy back at McKeon Park and back in Hyannis. It hasn't been there for a few years.
And this team is definitely a big part of why that energy is here. This team is bringing the chemistry that they've all formed over the summer. Who is one player that Harbor Hawks fans should be looking out for in this playoff?
Well, you can't go wrong if you're leading off with Riku and Mitch Jebb. I mean, when you're starting out with those guys and their on-base percentage and their, propensity to steal bags, they're dangerous to be on base. So if we can keep doing what we're doing, it's going to be hard to stop us.
All right, thank you so much, Dan.
Thank you.
I'm Bria Losick, Harbor Hawks Baseball Network.
Welcome back. Harbor Hawks and Kettleers getting ready to go. Game 1 of these West Division playoffs, and it is sweltering out. 90 degrees. Temperature feels like 99. And look, it's a good crowd with the heat. It's going to get gradually bigger.
Is it?
Yeah, oh yeah. No, this is
Zach,
with the heat.
Barely anybody here.
I got bad news. It's
Yeah.
88 and feels like 95.
Yeah, there's
must
probably
have
count them on 2 hands.
Dip just a little bit. Zach Berman, Austin Dakuta, Drake Dole. It's time to take a look at your starting lineups. First for your visiting Hyannis Harbor Hawks, coached by Eric Beatty. This is his first playoff game as coach. Leading off at second base, the reliable, venerable Riku Nishida, batting second, DHing a league MVP candidate in Mitch Jebb. Cole McConnell, one of the best defensive center fielders in the game, batting third. And catching, batting cleanup, Pancho Ruiz. Batting fifth, Jackson Ross, one of the newest Harbor Hawks out of Florida Atlantic in left field. Don Patelli batting sixth at shortstop, one of the best defensive shortstops in the entire Cape Cod Baseball League. Drew Erhardt batting seventh at third base. Nolan Shonowell batting eighth at first base. Mike Sirota batting ninth in right field. And on the bump for your Hyannis Harbor Hawks, formerly out of Long Beach State, now out of University of Iowa, Hyannis Harbor Hawk All-Star, Zach Volker.
Well, Zach Volker is one of the best pitchers in the entire Cape Cod Baseball League. He starts the year as a multi-inning reliever, comes in, gives you 2 or 3 innings out of the pen, effective with his fastball and slider. Then he was so good out of the bullpen, the Hawks put him in the rotation when a couple of the guys who got drafted, like Brody McKellar, left the team. So Volker steps into the rotation, shines. I mean, he's a strike-throwing machine. We saw in one of his starts, he threw 29 out of 30 pitches for a strike right out of the gate. That's his one downfall. At the same time, it's his strength. Sometimes he's in the zone too much, which can allow the hits to be strung together, but Volker has been solid all year long, and we're expecting another good start for him tonight.
And opposing Zach Volker, the lineup for the Cotuit Kettleers, you got Tommy Troy, who was just announced as team MVP, leading off at shortstop. Batting second, Carter Trice DHing. Batting third, Eddie Park in left field. Batting cleanup, Calvin Harris catching. No Caleb Lomavita, at least for game one. Batting fifth, Josh Pearson in right. Batting sixth, Trotter Harlan at second base. Batting seventh, Ryan Gallany at first base. Enrique Bradfield batting eighth in center field. Caleb Ketchup batting ninth at third base. This Cotuit lineup, they lost a big name not too long ago as their home run hitting leader. Tyler Johnson was signed by the Detroit Tigers, released by the Kettleers July 29th. That's not an easy hole to fill.
No, it's not. Johnson was one of their best power producers, but this Kettleer lineup is very deep. That's the reason they've been able to assert themselves in the 2 spot in the West Division, and what's really helped them is their speed. Top to bottom, they have great speed. You see it with Bradfield in the 8 hole and Ketchup in the 9 hole. Those guys can swipe backs better than almost any other in the Cape Cod Baseball League. So we'll see how that plays a factor. We know that Mike Roberts, the Kettleer manager, likes to play small ball. We'll see if he does that early on in this ball game. But it really, if you're the Harbor Hawks, you have to come out strong here in the first inning and try to make Ben Johnson work.
As Hey Hey Cotuit blares over the speakers at Lowell Park, time to take a look at our starting pitcher for the Cats. That's Ben Johnson out of Georgia Southern. And we've seen Johnson before. He'll go fastball 45% of the time, top out around 90 miles an hour. Slider 23% of the time, splitter 18, changeup 10. Out of Tucker, Georgia, he's an all-star this year for Cotuit and the West Division. 2.10 ERA in 9 games, 3 of them starts. But the one you got to look at was the last time the Harbor Hawks saw him. He only went 3 innings, allowed 2 runs, both of them earned 6 hits, 5 walks in that chaotic 7-5 Kettleer win where the Harbor Hawks had 6 errors, but the Harbor Hawks have gotten to Johnson before.
Yeah, they absolutely have. You know, that start for him was not sharp in the slightest. He walked more guys than he's used to as well, and what did Hyannis do? They just didn't take advantage of it, and the errors out in the field are what really hurt the Harbor Hawks. So today, if they get this same Ben Johnson that they got the last time Hyannis was at Lowell Park, they've got to take advantage of it and win the baseball game. You cannot have a starting pitcher be that shaky and then give up 6 errors and lose the ball game where you had more earned runs than your opposition.
And what's surprising to me, guys, and which may play a factor in today, usually Cotuit has one of the most ruckus crowds in the league that support the Kettleers, but there might only be 200, 300 people here today for a stadium that usually draws over 1,000. There is nobody here.
Right. Yeah, this heat is no joke. And another big factor for Cotuit, they were supposed to have yesterday off. Instead, they played Bourne for the President's Cup, lost 9-0. So you're dealing with a team that might be a little bit more tired than they're used to, whereas Hyannis, despite coming off of 2 straight losses, they lost to Bourne 4-3 on Tuesday. Hawks had the day off yesterday.
Yeah, the early start, 4 p.m., make sure we can attempt to get all 9 innings in today. Definitely doesn't help the Cotuit Kettleers, as you mentioned, Zach, playing last night. But if you're the Hawks, your last week of baseball has not been good. No matter how you slice it up, the Hawks have not played good baseball in the last week. So tonight, after the off day yesterday, we'll see if that reset them at all. We'll see how they lock in tonight with the playoffs beginning in just a minute. And I'm interested to see how this team responds after not an ideal last couple of weeks.
Your umpires, Sparky Burns behind the plate, John DiGirolamo at first base, Mike Hinojosa at second, Mike Rabideau at third. The first pitch from Ben Johnson is away, and Riku Nishida takes high, ball 1.
Yeah, 89-mile-an-hour fastball there from Ben Johnson. He's not going to blow you away with that fastball from the right side, but the guy has great pitch selection and great location. Aside from that start the last time we saw him at Lowell.
Righty-lefty, Riku, high fly ball down the left field line, foul territory, and making the catch deep into foul grounds, Eddie Park for the first out of the playoffs.
That's good range by Eddie Park out there in left field. We've seen him all over the outfield this season for the Cotuit Kettleers, and that's the benefit of having him out there is he can get to balls that a lot of guys won't. And unfortunately for Riku Nishida, he hesitantly swings at one, and it stays in play long enough for Park to make the catch.
Well, that brings up Mitch Jebb out of Michigan State, and what more is there to say about this guy? 38 games in the regular season, a .356 average, 2 homers, 22 RBIs, 11 extra base hits. First pitch, righty-lefty, Jebb lines it, fair ball, down the right field line, into the corner for a base hit. Mitch Jebb rounding first on his way to second. The throw is cut off. A stand-up double for Money Mitch has the Hawks in business early.
Yeah, a great piece of hitting there from Mitch Jebb to go just down the line and fair by about 1.5 feet on the right side. And Mitch Jebb, the speed will make you pay there as he's standing up at second base. And that guy was maybe the hottest hitter on Cape Cod in the regular season. Some things just never change.
And here's a big spot for the Hawks. They have not been good with runners in scoring position in the last week. And, guys, this is a chance for them to erase what's happened over the last 10 days or so.
Yeah.
Well, who was the one guy on the Harbor Hawks Tuesday night in Bourne that had a hit with runners in scoring position? That would be Cole McConnell out of Louisiana Tech. He had a great season as well. .264, 3 homers, 22 RBIs, and he takes a first pitch called strike at 82.
Cole's a selective hitter at the plate, too. He's somebody who doesn't swing very often early in the count and waits till he gets a pitch that he's looking for in a location. Sometimes it comes back to bite him a bit. He struggled with the outside fastball this year, but let's see how McConnell adjusted.
With the speedy Mitch Jebb off of second base, Ben Johnson, righty-lefty deals the 0-1. He balked. How about that?
Wow.
Well, that's what getting such a speedy runner on base can do. It can throw your pitcher off, and immediately Mike Roberts not pleased with it. He's going to go out and talk to one of the umpires, but already Harbor Hawks have a runner 90 feet away.
You know, I think this is the first time this season we've seen Mike Roberts approach an umpire being upset. You typically don't see the guy come out of the dugout, a really headstrong manager that keeps his cool, so it's a call that he's got to be upset with if he ever leaves the dugout. This is one of the more calm and appeasing managers across Cape Cod baseball.
Well, you could put it that way.
Could you?
Well, the last time we were here, I believe Eric Beatty got an official NCAA warning.
Yes, official. It was official.
I don't know what a non-official NCAA warning looks like. Hopefully we don't see any of those today.
Wow, we are off
Mike
to
is getting his, he is getting everything he wants now.
Hot start today. We've seen now third batter at the plate.
So with a runner 90 feet away,
the guy won't stop. Yeah, he won't stop. There it is. Hey, everybody.
So,
we got an NCAA official warning to Mike Roberts from Sparky Burns.
Okay.
Wow. We are just out of the gate here at Lowell Park, and we are in a full sprint from
Hope
the
you had
start.
your coffee.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to baseball. It's the playoffs. Uh-oh.
Time is now called. Hope you had your coffee. I had one with a lot of almond milk this morning.
How was it?
It was good. It was
Honeydew?
great. No, I actually made it in my own kitchen.
Oh, okay.
What?
Big day.
You know what I've told you about your kitchen's barista?
Yes.
They take too long.
The 0-1 pitch from Ben Johnson to Cole McConnell. Johnson deals. McConnell takes up high, 1-1.
Yeah, that's a pitch that McConnell has been tempted to swing at most of this season. 90 and high on the fastball. We've seen him strike out on that multiple times. When you look at his strikeout numbers, that is the pitch. So great on him to lay off of it.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Runner off at third. Johnson deals, and it's spiked. Nice block there by Calvin Harris, the Ole Miss product. Count will run 2-1.
Yeah, no Caleb Lomavita today for the for Cotuit behind the plate, and that is good news for the Harbor Hawks.
I did see him walk in.
Yeah, he's still on the team. They just rotate days with their catchers.
And, yeah, that's where the Harbor Hawks having the day off Cotuit not benefits Hyannis, because Cotuit had Lomavita catching yesterday in the 9-0 loss.
Did you say anything to Caleb?
No, I did not. The 2-1 pitch in the dirt, 3 balls and a strike now to McConnell.
Yeah, Johnson having some control issues out of the gate here, and Cole McConnell, in this situation, the infield's in for the Kettleers. They're shifted on McConnell. He has the whole left side of the field open for him. He can just locate that outside fastball, take it down the third base line. Mitch Jebb could come home.
Yeah. Harbor Hawks threatening to score the game's first run. 3 balls and a strike, 1 out. Johnson deals McConnell, high fly ball down the right field line, fair or foul, and it drops fair ball in play. It will roll to the wall. McConnell slides into second, safely scoring his jab. RBI single, Cole McConnell, and the first run of the playoffs goes to the Hyannis Harbor Hawks. They lead 1-0.
Well, if you're wondering how well the Harbor Hawks will play the foul and fair line today, it is pretty okay. Now you have 2 guys, 2 base hits, and they're both within 3 feet foul. This game could be 0-0 going to the bottom of the first, if not for the Harbor Hawks. Very, I don't want to say lucky, but boy howdy, those plays have been so close and it's paid dividends. Why stop now?
Why stop now indeed? Pancho Ruiz, who's come on as of late, now batting cleanup in the catching role out of San Diego State. Runner off of second, Cole McConnell. And a check back to second. McConnell dives back in time.
I think if Trotter Harlan's closer to that bag, they have Cole McConnell out. He was leaning just a bit, but Harlan just a step behind, getting over to slap the tag down. That's a
great move by Johnson, too.
Phenomenal pickoff move.
Cole McConnell off of second. Now the first pitch to Ruiz. It's in the dirt, 1-0.
Again, Ben Johnson. Something about when Johnson comes out and faces the Harbor Hawks, his control is not where he wants it to be, and you're seeing that again to start today.
Pancho started almost all of San Diego State's games catching. He has started 28 of them in Hyannis this season, 1 homer, 7 RBIs. And again, off a second and going back to the bag is McConnell. Good pickoff move from Johnson, and I get the logic behind stealing, because then that brings you home on a wild pitch or a sacrifice fly or a weak ground ball.
I think what Cole's trying to do is maybe induce another balk by Johnson. He's already done it once tonight, so you get a bigger lead, make him throw over and see if he has the same mistake.
1-0, fastball at 90, called a strike at the knees, count 1-1. McConnell also, yes, maybe not on the level of a Mitch Jebb or a Riku Nishida, is a threat to steal this season. He's stolen quite a few backs, 13 of them as a matter of fact.
Wow.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Top of the first, the Harbor Hawks, a 1-0 lead in Game 1 of the first round of the playoffs. The 1-1, righty-righty to Pancho. Johnson keeping a keen eye on second, where McConnell has quite the big lead. And now he goes back to second again. McConnell dives in safely, and Johnson has to be careful because that throw was almost into center field.
That's the thing. While the move is phenomenal, the flip and replace, the throw hasn't been that good yet.
How many times this season have we seen the Harbor Hawks benefit from a botched pickoff move?
More than I think you could even tally up.
1-1 to Pancho. He swings and misses on the breaking ball. Count now 1-2.
It's a great pitch there by Johnson. Deceptive coming out of the hand. Looks like a fastball, then it just drops off the table. Ruiz early and over the top of that pitch.
There's your changeup. Maxes out around 82 miles an hour. All 3 of Johnson's breaking pitches max out around mid-80s. Your slider at 83, your splitter at 84, your changeup at 83. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Harbor Hawks a 1-0 lead, looking to add more. Righty-righty, Johnson deals the 1-2. McConnell hits it on the ground to third. It's a weak play, and the throw across the diamond is in time, just barely, as Galani almost dropped the ball, but it does advance the runner 90 feet. No, it is not.
You can see Pancho Ruiz was booking it right there. The guy is one of the fastest catchers on Cape Cod, and so the fact that Ketchup was able to make that play and throw in time says a lot about his arm coming across the diamond, and Cole McConnell wasn't able to advance.
Right,
Cole McConnell was not able to advance.
Great play by Ketchup at third to freeze McConnell and keep him at second base.
So with a runner now on second base still, Jackson Ross, one of the 2 FAU products on this Harbor Hawks team, up to the plate in left field today.
I like this Jackson Ross guy.
He's been good in his 2 games in a Harbor Hawks uniform. He takes the first pitch, fastball 89, a little bit low. He's only played 2 games. In 4 bats, he's reached base 5 times. Or excuse me, no, 5.
Yeah, I don't know if that. I'm doing the math here. I'm a journalism
down
major.
At 4
Yeah, because the walks don't count as an
right.
at-bat.
Yeah, no, he has walked 4 times, hit 1, struck out 1. So he has reached base quite a bit. The 1-0 pitch, Johnson, high fly ball, foul behind us.
Yeah, so I think what we're trying to get to there is that Ross's OBP is at 625 because he's been on base 5 times out of the 9 times he's stepped to the plate.
Right.
Right. And yes, you have Zach Volker on the bump going the other way, but you really want to bring this second runner
dude, yeah.
home.
1 run's not going to win this ball game. I think that's pretty clear. So score while you have the opportunity with guys in position.
We've seen these Cotuit games can get weird, and they can get weird in a hurry, so the Harbor Hawks would like to add as many as possible to 1-1. Breaking ball 79 called a strikeout, 1-2. Another good pitch from Johnson. That's why he's an all-star.
That's a pitch that early in the season we were all stunned it was being called a strike because it's about 2 inches off the plate there, but it's been called a strike by every umpire all season long. So you got to adjust, and Ross is one of the new guys. He doesn't know that yet, but that's where the zone has been pretty consistently.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, top of the first. Hawks 1, Kettleers nothing. Here in Game 1 of the West Division playoffs, the 1-2. Johnson checks off second. Checks off second again, now deals the pitch, taken up high, 2-2.
Yeah, Johnson ahead in the count, wanted to go that high heat 91. Again, he's not going to blow you away with the fastball by any means whatsoever, but gosh, it's usually his pitch selection and location will get him through these ball games, but today you've seen him a little shaky on both of those.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Ben Johnson versus Jackson Ross. Let's see who wins the battle. Righty-righty. Johnson deals the 2-2. Ross flies it foul right over our heads. We shall continue as it goes.
Zach mentioned how Ross's OBP is at 625 right now. The Hyannis Harbor Hawks, over the last 7 days, have a team OBP of 403.
And yet they have not scored that many runs.
Nope, they can get them on base, but bringing them home has been the issue recently.
Well, they've already brought 1 run home today. They'd like to add more here in the top of the first with a runner on second. 2-2 again. Johnson deals, and it's taken up high. Gets away from the catcher, Harris, and going the extra 90 feet on the wild pitch, Cole McConnell.
Yeah, I don't know what happened right there. I'm not sure if Harris. I think that's exactly what it was, because that's a pitch that, I mean, you've got to catch, so he had to have been crossed up. There's no other 2 ways around it. There was a miscommunication between Johnson and the catcher, Harris.
And that's where that ground ball by Ruiz to third comes in huge, because Ketchup did a great job freezing McConnell, keeping him at second. If he hadn't done that, McConnell could have came home on that wild pitch, but a heads-up play by Ketchup comes back to end up saving a run.
Well, now a payoff pitch here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Jackson Ross again, a nice at bat. The payoff pitch. Ross takes outside a little bit high, ball 4. And once again, Jackson Ross reaches base, and the Hawks will have runners on the corners with 2 down.
Well, you'll see that Cotuit fans aren't going to like that one that much because it's very similar to a pitch that was called strike on Ross not too long ago in that at bat. And you could probably have a case that that pitch is where you've seen the strikes called this season, but Ross gets away with one, trots over to first base. Now on the corners, Dom Patelli up there trying to get him back into a groove after he had last weekend off.
He's really strong against right-handed pitching, guys, and I'm really excited to see if he can attack here because we've seen better swings from him as of late. Let's see if it can come into play here.
With runners on the corners and 2 down, Dominic Patelli takes the first pitch and hacks at a slider. Misses away, 0-1.
Yeah, hunting for a fastball there. I think he ended up with maybe the splitter because it dropped off the table straight down from the knee to the ankle.
Patelli out of Miami has had himself a good season, was a Cape League All-Star. Ended at .252 in 34 games, 3 homers, 12 RBIs. Righty-lefty, Johnson deals the 0-1. Patelli swings and misses again, that one up to 86.
Well, you're in another scenario where you're a strike away from stranding 2 on the base pass to start this game. Granted, you've got momentum on your side, but you could really boost that with just even 1 more run here. You got Cole McConnell, speedy Cole McConnell, 90 feet away. You got to do something with him.
Runners on the corners, 2 down, the 0-2. Johnson deals and Patelli takes a called strike 3 inside corner to retire the side and end the inning. But 1 run, 2 hits, 2 left on. Cole McConnell's RBI double starts the scoring, starts the playoffs with a bang. Zach Volker will take the bump. Harbor Hawks lead 1-0 through half an inning.
Tastes like a Coke.
We nailed it!
Coke Zero Sugar. Have they nailed it?
Sounds like they really nailed it, huh?
Nailed it.
And that's when you said, so it really tastes like a Coke.
Yeah, that's the point.
When it comes to buying or selling a home, you need a partner, not just an agent. For over 50 years, Gibson Sotheby's International Realty has set the standard in excellence and performance. A seasoned team that has thrived throughout all markets. Our agents live and work in your neighborhood and understand you. We are over 170 agents strong, backed by an in-house marketing team and global reach that is second to none.
From studios to penthouses, purchasing to renting, our team provides unparalleled real estate services.
If you live here, fun is your thing. If you live here, tough is your thing. Smart is your thing. Caring is your thing. If you live in Massachusetts, community is your thing. Since 1972, the Massachusetts State Lottery has provided over $25 billion to help cities and towns with the things they need most. If you live here, giving is your thing.
Bottom of the first inning here in Game 1, Round 1. Harbor Hawks a 1-0 lead. Zach Berman, Austin Dakuta, Drake Toll, and Zach Volker on the bump for the Hawks. And what if I told you that despite him being an all-star, you want to talk about how deceiving wins and losses are as a stat? The Harbor Hawks did not win a game that he pitched in until July 20th in Hartford.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll do. Volker's a guy with his 1.42 ERA. He is 1-2 on the season, but in 25 1/3. That 1.42 ERA is unbelievable. Now only 16 strikeouts. Definitely a contact pitcher, but just 6 walks at that, so doesn't give out too many free passes. Has allowed 20 hits as well, with his whip sitting at .03, 1.03 right now. So really good numbers across the way. 211 opponent batting average, and even in that last game he faced Cotuit, 4 2/3. He allowed 8 hits, but only 1 earned run. So the guy he finds a way, somehow or another, to get the outs when he truly needs them.
In 8 2/3 combined innings against Cotuit this season, he has allowed 10 hits, 1 run. It was earned. 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. He has been efficient against the Cats so far this season, but playoff baseball, a bit of a different beast as Tommy Troy, who was just announced as Kettleers team MVP, steps into the batter's box here against Zach Volker. Righty, Volk deals away the first pitch, breaking ball. Misses a little bit outside. Might be that kind of game for Sparky Burns, 1-0.
Well, it's going to be that game plan for the Harbor Hawks attacking Tommy Troy today. He destroys fastballs. He's really yet to do damage on the other pitches, so we'll see Volker probably favor that slider.
There's the 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball called a strike, 79, count 1-1. Troy out of Stanford, an average of .310 in 30 games. 5 homers, 20 RBIs. He's been good, to say the least. The 1-1 pitch, Volker deals, and it's a high pop in the infield. Riku under it, calls off his first baseman. Shonowell makes the catch, and Tommy Troy is retired on a P4.
Here's what I love about that right there. The communication for the Harbor Hawk defense. Riku's camped up under it. Also moving over was Nolan Shonowell. So Zach Volker comes and covers first base. Don Patelli's at second. Tommy Troy ran well past first base. So even if Riku drops it, Hyannis has a contingency plan everywhere defensively. And they've even had an uptick in errors, so you see them become even more technical. That's the little things that are going to help this team in the postseason.
From one great player to another, Carter Trice, formerly of Old Dominion, soon to be of NC State, comes in. First pitch, fastball taken a little bit high by Trice at 90. The count 1-0.
Well, that first out should certainly help Zach Volker settle in, too. It's always tough to get the first one, especially in the playoffs, and especially when it's Tommy Troy.
1-0 the count, righty. Volker deals away, and it misses a little bit low, count 2-0.
Well, Cotuit this season, they have 31 home runs, second in the league. So while the 1 run feels like a momentum boost and you scored early for Hyannis, this Cotuit team can tie that. Any one of these pitches, knock on owl.
Trice has certainly done that, and he's hit 1 or 2 off the Hawks this season. In fact, make that 1 in that 6-6 tie. 2-0 pitch, breaking ball, misses a little bit high, 3-0 on Trice.
I like that pitch from Volker right there. I don't know if it did miss high. If that missed high, I'd be surprised at the zone today, but could see that one being outside. I like that pitch a lot. We've seen that called so many times. That's why Volker's gone there twice now in this at-bat.
3 balls, no strikes, 1 out. Volker deals away, and it's a high fly ball. Left field will stay in the yard. Ross under it, camping out, makes the catch. 2 down. They gave Trice the green light on 3-0, and he just got under it.
Yep, there's your green light, red light, and they said, look, you'll probably get a fastball down the pipe, take advantage. He did get a fastball down the pipe, and he got up under it instead. So how does that pay off for you? Well, not very well there.
It's an aggressive approach by, I'm surprised. If there's one team in the league that I'd be certain, okay, 3-0, red lighted Cotuit Kettleers based on the way they play.
Well, it's Mike Roberts. It's baseball as it should be. It's tradition.
Yes,
it's playing the game by the unwritten rules. And 3-0, your guy flies out.
Now the batter, Eddie Park. Nobody on, 2 out. Volker deals righty-lefty. Park hits it on the ground to short. Patelli fields, fires to his right in time. And Zach Volker works a 1-2-3 bottom of the first. Harbor Hawks taking a 1-0 lead to the second inning here on Harbor Hawk Baseball Network.
Gannon's Tavern is the home of incredible wings, handcrafted cocktails, ice-cold beer, and Keno. Their innovative tavern menu features seafood, great sandwiches, steaks grilled to perfection, and stunning specialty dishes. There's no better place to watch your favorite New England pro football team than Gannon's Tavern, in their large bar or outside on their covered deck, complete with TV and sound. Gannon's Tavern, 959 Burses Way, Hyannis. Like them on Facebook and Instagram.
Yes, soon at Gannon's Tavern.
With Hood Milk, you can trust your family is getting high-quality milk in every nutritious and delicious drop. It begins here on farms that Hood selects, with farmers who uphold the highest standards and who pledge to never use artificial growth hormones. And you'll see that care continue right to your home with our Light Block bottle, which protects the fresh taste of your milk. At Hood, we never stop caring about our milk because you never stop caring about your family. Always good, always Hood.
Welcome back. Top of the second inning. Harbor Hawks still a 1-0 lead here on Harbor Hawk Baseball Network. And Ben Johnson will have to face 7, 8, and 9 Erhardt, Shawnuel, and Sirota, Zach Berman, Drake Toll, Austin Dakuta. And it is a humid day. It is a hot day. And was going to mention, you know, the humidity and the heat, typically balls will carry, the wind blowing south-southwest 16 miles an hour. You see that flag dancing just a bit, wind blowing out a little bit to left field. Drew Erhardt set to lead things off here in the top of the second inning. And out of Tampa, University of Tampa, Drew Erhardt has been a nice late jolt to this Harbor Hawk lineup.
Yo Tango Me Gusta Drew Erhardt. That guy, Erhardt, in his last week, has a 545 OBP and a batting average of 412. That is good.
He's come in, essentially, I don't believe he played this summer previously. I think he just came in kind of off the couch into the lineup, and he's been great.
First pitch, righty. Johnson deals. Erhardt takes low and away, ball 1. Erhardt out of, I'm going to try and get this one right, Tosassa, Florida.
No, that's the new catcher. I think you're thinking of George Athanasiadis.
1-0, pitch taken inside corner, called strike 1 from Sparky Burns, and the count 1-1.
I like that pitch a lot from Ben Johnson. If he can locate that and continue to drop that in right there, he'll be in business today.
1-1 pitch, and it's spiked from Johnson, count 2-1.
That's not that. No, it's not the same pitch.
For Erhardt in 24 games, or 24 bats, 7 games, he's got 2 hits, an average of 292, 2 RBIs. His walk and strikeout numbers equal, 7 apiece. And that's been really Drew Erhardt's biggest contribution to this Harbor Hawk lineup, is the guy just gets on base. 2-1. Erhardt up the middle and through for a base hit past the diving glove of Trotter Harlan. And what did I tell you? Drew Erhardt gets on base, and the Harbor Hawks, the leadoff man, on in the top of the second inning.
Somehow, Zach Berman, you said that this guy gets on base a lot, and the jinx did not apply to Drew Erhardt. He's standing safe at first base again. The guy's had a great bat. And now you get your 8-hole hitter today, Nolan Shawnuel, who was your...
Fringe Team USA
Fringe
guy.
Team USA guy, and now he's standing at the plate right here. If you get, again, he was the key the other day. I said it. If you get him going to the playoffs, that's it.
Well,
that's how you unlock the offense.
He had the 200 average on the year, and you look at that, okay, that's not impressive.
The Mendoza line.
Right at the Mendoza line.
His plate discipline was second to none. I mean, the walks and strikeouts were terrific all season long, and he's somebody that right as he got hot, had that 10-day absence.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, it just didn't pick back up. So now we'll see if he can get in a groove here in the postseason.
Well, he does bat particularly better against right-handed pitching, so we'll see what he gets. First pitch away, ball one. Like you mentioned, the strikeout walk numbers, even 24 strikeouts to 24 walks, 1 homer, 11 RBIs in 36 games. Out of Boynton Beach, Florida, one of 2 FAU guys on this lineup. Drew Erhardt off of first. The 1-0 pitch. Shonowell takes a fastball 89, called strike one.
Yeah, I'm trying to look through the scouting reports here to find Ben Johnson. There are just a ton of Johnsons on the Kettleer roster
Only
right
2
here.
now.
Johnson it's a big Johnson. 6'3", 175 too. This guy coming from that arm slot right there. 89 can be deceiving on that fastball. Again, he struggled with the control though.
1-1 pitch. Shonowell takes just a little bit low.
Where'd
and
that
away.
miss?
Looked like the same pitch that was thrown on the previous one that was called a strike. Now, Shonowell in a hitter's count here has a chance to get a pitch that he likes inside on the plate. If he can get something he can turn on, that could be dangerous.
2 balls, 1 strike, nobody out. Drew Erhardt, not the biggest steal threat, but he can run if need be off of first. Righty-lefty, there goes Erhardt. The pitch taken, strike 2 to the throw to second. Not in time, gets into center field. Erhardt will go to third. He's going to test the arm of Bradfield and dive in safely, and that ball almost gets away as well.
Whoa, when I tell you this, Enrique Bradfield Jr., look, credit to Drew Erhardt, but Enrique Bradfield Jr., one of the better young players in this league, but his arm is just not there yet.
Yeah.
He hasn't developed into a major league caliber prospect that I like until that arm develops, and that's why Drew Erhardt, he knew the strength of Enrique Bradfield's arm in center field, and it's not great. Took advantage of it right there, easily into third base, 90 feet away, nobody out. Please don't squander it.
That is a heads-up baseball play,
Absolutely.
recognizing who your center fielder is and that the lack of arm strength is there to take the extra 90 feet.
You don't do that on Andrew Pinckney, and he would have known that.
2-2 pitch, Shonowell fouls it away. We stay 2-2, but something that Kevin Ohm, I interviewed him a couple days ago, mentioned about Drew Erhardt is his baseball IQ is off the chains, and that's something without even thinking he knew go to third. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. The Harbor Hawks already a runner 90 feet away from making it 2-zip. Righty-lefty, the 2-2. Shonowell takes low and away. Count will go full.
That is impeccable plate discipline. Impeccable. That is a breaking ball that's sitting at the knees and drops off the table so late, and Nolan Shonowell read it the whole way. That is great.
3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Top of the second inning. The pitch away. Shonowell, high fly ball, deep right. Pearson back. He's watching. It's headed for the trees and gone. Nolan Shonowell hits it out of the yard, and the Hawks take a 3-0 lead.
3-2 count. What do? You serve it right at the belt to Nolan Shonowell and right down the pipe. He sat all over it and then pimp-bombed it.
He watched the ball that he just sent into orbit go and go, and that's got to feel good for a guy who had been in a little bit of a slump to come through at the ideal time, and everything is coming up blue early on tonight.
We just knew Nolan Shonowell was going to have that signature moment sooner or later. He was due for one. And he absolutely crushes a 2-run homer, his second of the year, the Hawks' first of the playoffs.
Crushed.
That ball
No
was
doubt.
demolished.
Phenomenal calls, Zach
You
Berman,
get
by the way.
every flipping home run, Zach. You get every home run.
First pitch taken by Mike Sirota, high and in, ball 1. And Ben Johnson, not somebody that has been in this spot very often.
No, definitely not.
He's their guy. Reason he's starting game 1 of the playoffs. I mean, he has been their go-to many times.
1-0 taken low by Sirota. Count now 2-0, and Mike Sirota
Got away from Harris there, too. This is the communication's off. Ben Johnson's location is off. Harris behind the dish looks confused. Not a good sign for Mike Roberts and company.
2-0 pitch now. Johnson deals. Sirota takes a called strike 1. Now, we have mentioned, every broadcaster, when you work 44-something games for the same team, you get those, those crutches.
438, sorry.
Did you know that Nolan Shonowell was Fringe Team USA? Did you know that Mike Sirota played for Brewster as he takes a 3-1? Mike Sirota, since coming over from the Whitecaps in 18 games, an average of .339, 2 homers, 14 RBIs, and he's batting in the 9 hole. What does it say about the depth of this lineup?
Well, I think that, again, it's strategy. He's not necessarily your worst hitter in the 9 spot, as a called strike outside. And it's all about where Eric Beatty wanted to put these guys today for the best chance to produce offense, and so far, it's worked out okay.
At the very worst, the Harbor Hawks will have Riku and Jeb up with 1 out. 3-2 payoff pitch. Sirota hits it on the ground at third. Catch-up. Routine throw, and it's wild. It gets away from the first baseman, Galliney. On his way to second, Sirota. And the Harbor Hawks are cooking with gas here early.
Uh-oh.
I mean, nothing is going right at this moment for the Cotuit Kettleers. A routine play from a good defender in Caleb Ketchup at third base, and there's no other way to put it besides he airmailed that throw well, and I mean well over the head of the first baseman. Now you get to your top of your order, and you got another runner in scoring position, and still, how many out?
Yeah, 0 out. Let's say this, though. Caleb Ketchup, really good fielder, aside from the throwing. That's the one thing. I'm shocked he's at third base today because Ketchup's arm is just not elite by any stretch that you saw him. He had to double clutch there to get that throw across the diamond as fast as it was and still missed the throw. That's the one area where Ketchup's game is not caught along. It's the arm. Otherwise, he can corral a ball anywhere on the baseball field.
Hey, Austin, we saw Caleb Ketchup make one of the best defensive plays we've seen all season in the 6-6 tie game. But Riku Nishida shows bunt, takes ball 1.
Hey, come right back at Ketchup here. You bunt it that way, and Sirota's got good enough speed to make it to third base. I don't see a scenario where you don't bunt Riku Nishida right here.
100%. I think it's an obvious situation. The Kettleers are going to expect it, but Riku's so good at it that, and with his speed, he could even beat it out. But you just got to play the small ball now. Get that runner 90 feet closer.
1-0 the count on Nishida out of Mount Hood Community College, soon to be an Oregon Duck. He has been amazing, and Nishida lines it to second base, up the middle, through base hit. Sirota rounds third, and he will hold as Eric Beatty puts up the stop sign, not wanting to test the arm of Bradfield. Riku Nishida enters the playoff hit column, and the Harbor Hawks have runners on the corners and nobody out.
Well, what do we know? I guess Riku Nishida will not be bunting today. That was a well-hit line drive right back where it came from, and now with Riku's speed off first, one thing we do know is he may just be the fastest man in the Cape Cod Baseball League as he finished the year as a stolen base leader. Could see him in motion during the setback.
Why would you ever bunt Riku Nishida?
Yeah, right.
You have to be stupid to do that.
What do we know?
Who would want it?
Well, you want to talk about broadcast crutches. Did you know that Mitch Jebb was once a Cotuit Kettleer? He's actually listed first on the Cotuit release chart. I was looking at the media guide this morning. First pitch, there goes Riku. Jebb takes in the dirt, ball 1, and...
Holy crap, you can't do that.
No, you can't
Harris
do that.
just grabbed a hold of Mitch Jebb and used Jebb's right calf to get to that baseball faster. Instead of going after the base, he grabbed Jebb, pushed, and did a little swim move right there, Pee-wee football style.
Well, I think he was trying to get around Mitch Jebb more or less with Jebb
he was.
in the way to the baseball.
Harris gave Jebb a little, I'm sorry,
it's
tap
Jebb's
on the
batter's
back.
box, though, right?
More or less.
But now
more,
you can't
actually.
you can't hit into the double play on a ground ball.
True.
Second and third, nobody out, with likely your best hitter and a top 3 player in the entire league already up 3-zip.
Kettleers' entire infield's on the grass, and Caleb Ketchup is well off the third base line.
You know they've not called time to talk to Johnson yet?
1-0. Jebb takes in the dirt, 2-0. And yes, Mitch Jebb can hit one in the infield, get a run across. He's also got power. His first home run of the season came right here. He has hit 2 home runs this summer. Both were against the Kettleers.
And Drake, that's a good point that they have not gone out, not just a mound visit, but not even Harris the catcher going out to talk to Johnson yet. You'd think maybe after that wild pitch that allowed Riku to get to second on the steal, you might go out and have a little conversation with your pitcher, but not yet.
Not today.
Did we mention there's nobody out still?
Yeah.
And the Hawks, this is their 5th batter they've brought to the plate in the top of the second inning. 2-0 to Jebb. He takes fastball outside, strike 1. And I don't, the Harbor Hawks did not like that call. I think Jebb wise not to swing because you can't really do anything with that pitch. But
well, you saw Eric Beatty immediately put his hands up to the dugout to quiet down. The Hawks are not going to play the game where you're chirping the umpires in the postseason. It does not get you anywhere.
No.
Right.
And that's what the message out of the gate is from Beatty today. We're going to be quiet. We're going to respect the umpires no matter the call.
Sirota off a third, Riku off a second, 2-1 in the dirt, and a nice block there from Cal Harris, likely saved another run. But now Mitch Jebb, odds are he gets a pitch he likes on a 3-1 because you can't walk the bases loaded.
Yeah, on the same token, first base is open and might be the best hitter on the Cape League at the plate, so pick your poison. You get Cole McConnell on deck, so.
We will know tonight, by the way, who wins the league MVP.
Oh, okay.
That we will.
Mitch Jebb's certainly in the running.
Yeah, one of two guys that could really win it right now.
3-1 pitch to Jebb. He got something he liked and couldn't get anything on it. There is that beautiful breaking ball from Ben Johnson. Jebb hacking in the dirt, and the count will run full.
Yeah, looked like Jebb swung at strike 3 there. Just got antsy trying to get a base hit. Another one, and again, that base hit would score 2.
3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Sirota off of third, Riku off of second. The Hawks already 2 in the top of the second off the Shanuel 2-run homer, looking to add more. Righty-lefty, the payoff 3-2. Jebb will slap it to short, and Troy will make the throw over to first. It will score a run. Riku will hold. The Harbor Hawks take a 4-0 lead.
That's good as a bunt right there.
Yeah, that's exactly what you need to do in that situation. Get that run home by any means possible, and that's a game the Harbor Hawks have struggled at during the regular season, is getting those runners home when they're on second or third with nobody out, and that is a nice job by Mitch Jebb, even after swinging at a pitch out of the zone for strike 2, to come back, put it in play, and do his job to expand the lead.
You know, guys, we are outdoors right now in the middle of Lowell Park, and I think we're the only ones talking and talking loudly just because the Cotuit fans are so quiet. And I
you can hear
love
our dugout. You can hear our dugout.
Yeah. It's the broadcast crew and the Harbor Hawk dugout.
Now the first pitch incoming to Cole McConnell. He's got an RBI double on his ledger already today. McConnell takes low and away, ball 1. I think my favorite chirp that this entire dugout has, whenever Mike Sirota does something, he gets greeted like he's one of the birds in Finding Nemo. Mike. That is absolute. It's gold.
Next level. Also, Ben Johnson now at 42 pitches today, 23 strikes, 19 balls. That count is going way up with only 1 down here in the second inning.
Johnson checking off of second in the speedy Nishida.
Hey, Zach. Johnson today, have you seen his earned run numbers? Johnson has given up a total, if my count is correct, of 3 earned runs. He's given up 5 all season coming in.
1-0 swing and a miss. Now the count 1-1.
5 all season.
5 all season.
Of his 5, now, 2 of those were against. Hey, how are we going to do this? He has given up now 8 all year. 5 of them have come against Hyannis.
Well, stats, of course, don't carry over to the playoffs. So it took me a second to realize, point streak's not going to have the regular season stats as McConnell takes a 1-1, a little bit low, if at that. The count now 2-1. With 1 out, do you consider stealing Riku here? He's got 28 stolen bags. The pitcher and the catcher aren't necessarily in sync. And
as well as Hyannis is hitting the ball right now, Riku scores if Cole McConnell gets a hit here. And Cole's been fine. So if Cole gets out, then I probably consider it.
2-1 pitch to McConnell. Johnson deal swung on and missed. Now the count 2-2. The reason I say that.
Well, I was going to add, I think with Cole McConnell left-handed hitter up, it gives Harris much of a clearer look at third base. So
great call.
I think you wait till Ponce Ruiz comes up to the plate, the right-handed hitter.
Yep.
You put Rico on third and give him a chance to come home on a pass ball. But with McConnell the lefty up, it gives Harris too much of a clear look at third base.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, 4-0. Hawks have the lead. Johnson checks off second, deals McConnell, takes outside, 3-2.
And if Johnson walks McConnell here, again, they have yet to make a mound visit to talk to Ben Johnson. If he walks McConnell, you've got to at least make the visit, and there is action in the bullpen for Cotuit. They've got to be close.
Well, we're seeing some tossing, some light pitching and catching, but no real warming up.
Yeah, that guy's on the mound from the stretch. Well, yeah, he just stepped off. You're right. So now nothing.
And now time is called, and finally Harris will run out.
This isn't the visit
to
to calm down the pitcher. This is, hey, I don't know what pitch you want to throw here.
Yeah.
That was a quick 2-second visit, not the one that. Not a conference.
Okay.
It was just
what was it?
Sparky
a
Burns.
small meeting. What are we going to call that now? Yeah.
A check-in.
A chat. Not a conference by any means whatsoever.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Hawks looking to add another. The payoff pitch, McConnell fooled badly on the breaking ball for strike 3. And Riku will go to third and catches the entire Kettleer team fast asleep.
That is a heads-up baseball play that if you're the Cotuit Kettleers cannot allow to happen in the playoffs. Riku Nishida takes advantage of the Kettleers falling asleep a bit on the slow toss back to Ben Johnson from the catcher Harris. Riku breaks for third, and what else can you say but that is Riku Nishida at his best?
That's it, too. That is on Harris squarely. Loma Vida never does that. Harris right there just not watching. He's celebrating a strikeout after Harbor Hawks have already put up 3 runs this inning, lobs it back, and there's nothing you can do about that when you're not paying attention.
That brings up Poncho Ruiz, who swings and misses on the first pitch.
Yeah, I mean, this puts, like you were saying, Zach, Riku 90 feet away and a chance on a pass ball with the long, and I mean long backstop here at Lowell Park with just chain link. There's no ricochet. Some of the places here in the league have the brick backstop and it will bounce back to you, but anything by Harris is a run.
Yeah.
Oh, 1 pitch. Riku's coming home, and the throw gets away. Nishida slides in safely. Are you kidding me?
Riku Nishida just stole home plate.
He just stole home.
He just stole home.
What did I say? Caleb Loma Vida never lets that happen. Never. I hope Caleb Loma Vida never steps out on a baseball field for Cotuit. Harris looks lost right now, and Riku said, I'll take advantage, and he absolutely does it. Johnson was so thrown out of whack, he just threw that ball away.
We have seen,
everybody was confused.
Riku Nishida, despite stealing 28 bags and leading the league in the regular season, that is the single most impressive display of base running we have seen from anybody in this league all summer. And the Hawks now lead 5-0. And of course you're going to throw inside to Poncho. Now Johnson's completely shaken off his game.
Yeah, I mean, that pitch on 0-1 to Poncho where he just sailed it as he saw Riku coming home. Even if that throw was on target, Riku had a good break down the line.
2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. The Hawks firing on all cylinders, and Poncho hits it on the ground. The short cutoff, though. Ketchup throws, and that ball gets away.
Ketchup threw it away again. What is happening?
Okay, no way that's real. There's no way he did that. This is an SNL skit. Somebody wake me up. Pinch me. Pinch me.
Caleb Ketchup cut right in front of Tommy Troy. That ball was his. That ball
it's
was
the right play
his.
for the third baseman to make.
That was
third
easy.
baseman's going to his left. You cut off the shortstop because the shortstop has to circle ahead. So that's the right play for the third baseman. You want your guy to make that play and be aggressive. And with Poncho Ruiz running, not the fastest guy, it's an easy play to make. And one that he should make. But he sails another throw. This time it's way to the left. And what is happening at Lowell Park?
That was like a joke. I mean, you saw it happen once earlier. Now he gets an even easier play. You're gifting him the third out after somebody just stole home. And Ketchup, he took so much time to throw the ball, too. I don't know how you go offline with that.
I mean, yes, I understand Poncho Ruiz is not the fastest guy in the world, but still, there was zero urgency on that play.
Yeah.
First defensive conference.
And
that was a conference. Okay.
Defensive conference.
That was a defensive conference.
Good deal.
And, you know, I'm starting to feel like Brian Windhorst right now. What is happening at Lowell Park? Something is going on.
Yeah, something. A lot of blue crossing the plate.
Jeez. This is like that last game, that 1 inning, but reversed. You know what I'm talking about.
The Harbor Hawks, a 5-0 lead. They're now bringing their 8th guy of the 2nd inning to the plate, and Jackson Ross will step in. He walked in the first. Ross hesitantly checks his swing, gets set. He went around 0-1.
I can't tell if that pitch is the slider or his changeup, but either one, it's been his best pitch today.
It's a great pitch. It's a really good pitch.
He's had no ability to locate the fastball so far, but that one, whether it's the slider or the changeup, he's been throwing really with success, too.
Now time is called. Cotuit has had 3 errors in 1 inning.
Well, Harris has to run through the signs again. This is probably the 3rd or 4th time we've seen those two crossed up behind the plate.
There is a serious miscommunication from pitcher to catcher, and that has led to a large part of the struggles here in this inning.
The 0-1 pitch to Jackson Ross. Righty Johnson gets his sign and deals, and that's slapped to right center field. That could be trouble. That ball is going to be down in the gap off the wall. Poncho will jog home, coming into second base safely. Jackson Ross, an RBI double for him. 6-0 Hyannis in the second.
The Hyannis Harbor Hawks have come into historic Lowell Park and renamed it Historic Harbor Hawk Park tonight.
Wait,
6 runs
it's
already.
Historic? This is historic.
It is.
No, we're not singing it. The last time we've sang that song twice, things have not gone well. We're not singing the song. Mike Roberts is going to sing to his pitcher.
Hi,
here
Austin. Sunday morning, man.
Oh, no.
I woke up fighting mad. I ain't got to see my ex-future mother-in-law anymore.
Well, Drake, when it rains,
it pours.
Yeah. Woo!
Pitching change here.
Look, I'm not saying, but I'm just saying, if the Harbor Hawks just want to do like a little, Zach Volker just plays pitch and catch with the first baseman and, 35 pickoff moves the next hour and a half, we all go home happy.
No, we don't. This game has to get all 9 innings in, so.
They can't light the game
playoffs.
out.
Not the playoffs.
Doesn't matter if you only play 7 in your
Okay, we're going to take a quick break for the pitching change. When we come back, the Harbor Hawks still chugging here in the second inning, up 6-0.
Hey, Mama, what's up?
Did you switch my service from Verizon to T-Mobile? Yep.
T-Mobile has the only nationwide 5G.
Well, Mr. Know-It-All, let's see if you right about that.
Mama. Hey, Mama, I'm working.
It works at the pie shop.
T-Mobile's 5G works inside and out. Hey, what you need, Mama? I'm trying to watch the game with my boys.
It works in the park.
Oh, okay. Mama?
It works at the aquarium, in the parking garage, at the beach, in the elevator. It works in the movie theater, too. Oh, shush yourself. I'm talking to my baby.
You're driving me crazy.
I was just calling you to say thank you, baby. I love you.
I love you too, Mama. Yes, Mama.
It works in the kitchen. Tell Mama.
Mama?
5G, it works in the club.
Who are you in a club with?
All about it. Tell Mama.
We all have obstacles, challenges at different points in life. I still push myself every single day, and the harder I push myself, the more I find myself drawn to wearing UFOs. The first time I put on a pair of UFOs, it was like someone released the pressure. It was so crazy. When you are recovered and can do more, that has a compounding effect on all aspects of your life. Stepping into a pair of UFOs, they're truly one of a kind. There's nothing like them.
Best ever? Good question. Wait, why'd he sound like Dr. J in your head? I've always sounded like Dr. J in my head, which means Dr. J's outside voice sounds like my inside voice? Which Coke? The doc would know. He got the world to call him doctor without going to med school. There's only one best ever.
Welcome back to Lowell Park. Zach Berman, Austin Dakota, Drake Toll, and I got to tell you, I did not see this one coming. I don't know if anybody in the ballpark did, but the Harbor Hawks, after 1 2/3, have knocked Ben Johnson out of the ball game. They lead 6-0, and Carson Swilling will come in likely much sooner than he expected to.
Yeah, I mean, the only visit Mike Roberts made to Ben Johnson was to tell him his day was done. And after 6 hits, 6 runs, and 3 Cotuit errors, the Harbor Hawks are still in business here in the bottom of the second inning with a man in scoring position. And it's been every guy 1 through 9 so far today that's pitched in.
Well, you see a called strike to Dom Patelli, have gone back and found that home run call and the Manning cam, the reaction, everything.
Amazing.
Wow.
Amazing.
Wow. Nolan Shonowell just silenced every Cotuit fan within a million-mile radius.
Well, Carson Swilling out of Auburn, the newest arm. The 0-1 ripped right field, foul down the line. Count 0-2. Swilling, the numbers are not great. In 12.1 innings pitched.
Oh, Zach, tell us how you really feel.
An ERA of 8.02, 10 walks to 12 hits to only 6 strikeouts.
That was a good way of putting it nicely, Zach, too.
Yeah, jeez.
He's given up at least an earned run in every game except for 1.
Oh, man. Ket's playing maybe mop-up duty early here, trying to get somebody who can go multiple innings.
The 0-2 pitch, Patelli takes outside 1-2. Dom Patelli 0 for 1 with a strikeout that ended the first. And since then, the Harbor Hawks, not only a great inning, took advantage of some key miscues from the Cotuit defensive front. They have built themselves a 6-0 lead. Righty-lefty, the 1-2 pitch to Patelli. He swings and misses for strike 3, but what an inning it was. The Harbor Hawks sent 9 guys to the plate, 4 hits. They bring home 5. They lead 1 on board after only an inning and a half. Hyannis a 6-0 lead on Harbor Hawk Baseball Network.
Diet Coke? Were you my mom?
You should be so lucky, because you know what moms do? Well, I suppose we should start with the whole giving you life thing. It seems like that should be enough. No? Okay. What about her ability to send shockwaves through the neighborhood without saying a word? Or whip up a ridiculous handmade costume that you forgot to tell her about? Not to make you happy, but because she had a reputation to uphold. She invented rideshare, called it carpool, and did it for free. She didn't need those dating apps either. You copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music.
Why not?
Oh, and she can win any argument in 4 words.
Because I said so.
Everything you're trying to do, she's already done it, did it better, and she did it with a Diet Coke in her hand. So, drink what your mama gave you.
Six nothing our score. Hyannis over Cotuit through only an inning and a half. And Zach Volker could have sat down in a recliner, taken a siesta, and come back out here for the bottom of the second. Oh, by the way, Zach Volker went 1-2-3 in his first inning of
That's
work.
the one area of concern after that long inning is how does Zach Volker respond? Because he had been sitting down for maybe, what, a half an hour during that mess of a top half of the second for the Kettleers. So now he comes out here, bottom of the second. It's been a little bit of a layoff for him. How does he attack the 4, 5, 6 hitters of the Kettleers after that layoff?
Well, it is 4, 5, and 6, and the man who is safe to say not had the best day behind the plate now steps to the plate, and Calvin Harris. Harris out of Ole Miss platoons the catching role with Caleb Lomavita. First pitch, righty-lefty to Harris. He takes a fastball, or excuse me, that's a breaking ball, but it is called strike one either way. 16 games for Harris, an average of .269, 1 homer, 2 RBIs, 4 walks, 9 strikeouts. The 0-1 pitch incoming. Harris weakly chops it foul, and maybe there is something going on with Lomavita because Calvin Harris has played now the last 3 games. Looks like Harris came in as a defensive substitution late in the game yesterday. Interesting.
Yeah.
The 0-2, Volker deals high cheese, swung on a miss.
Well, there's a gift, Zach Volker, 89 eye level, and again, well, I guess when it rains, it does kind of pour. Just a swing and a miss at a ball that wasn't remotely close to the zone.
Yeah, and Volker, that was really a dissection of Calvin Harris in that at-bat. He went with the breaking ball early, 70 miles an hour, dropped it down, got him behind 0-2, comes back, pumps 90 at the eyes, and that's how you change the eye level, keep a hitter off balance at the same time, and it works in Volker's favor for a quick out.
That brings up Josh Pearson, who takes a breaking ball at the knees, called strike one. Volker dialing it down to 73 to greet the LSU outfielder.
The Cotuit Kettleers don't like that, but it's where it comes across the plate, and it came across at the knees, although it ends up in the glove a bit lower.
Mike Roberts didn't like the call?
Pancho also sold that very well.
Yeah, he did.
That's where he's gotten really improved, is that presenting of the pitches for his pitchers. He's stolen plenty of strikes.
The 0-1 pitch spiked by Volker, the count 1-1. Pearson in 23 games, an average of 182, 1 homer. That was at McKeon Park. 5 RBIs.
Also, you had the Calvin Harris strikeout there on the high cheese.
Calvin Harris
not
sings,
been
"Let's
a
go."
great day at the ballpark for one Calvin Harris so far. I'm sure the singing Calvin Harris is having a much better day.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Bottom second, 6-0 Hyannis. There's a pitch that just misses a little bit away from Volker. The count now 2-1 on Pearson.
Austin, you ever heard of Calvin Harris?
The singer?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah,
really?
He sings "Let's Go Dun 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 Dun." I don't
No,
even
you're
know.
gonna have to keep going because I don't know.
I don't know any of the other
You're
words.
gonna have to
of the
give me
song
more of
besides
that. You don't know any
"Let's
words
Go."
aside from "dun dun dun."
And "Let's Go," which is the name of the song.
I know what song it is now. Okay.
2-1 pitch spiked again by Volker. Now the count 3-1. Yeah, I was trying not to make the reference because I knew at some point, Drake, you would.
Why were you? Oh, okay. You were leaving that one for me?
Yeah.
Toss me a little softball there?
I don't know how we've seen Harris a couple times.
So
how
far, no, I don't think we have seen Harris. Have we seen Harris against the Riverhawks?
We saw him
one
one
time,
game.
yeah.
Wow, okay.
The other 5 games in the regular season, Lomavita called.
on that one, yeah. I wonder how good Harris, the singer, would be at catching and batting.
3-1 pitch to Josh Pearson, and there's a high pop in the air, foul down the left field line.
I wonder, is it comparable?
No.
He said, and the umpire says, "Fresh baseball, please." I would assume we see Lomavita tomorrow.
No,
Lomavita
yeah,
did
absolutely,
play yesterday.
without a doubt, yeah.
He did play yesterday. 3 at-bats, had 1 hit, was taken out. This is, it's the
I'll
earliest
bet
start
my
we've
entire
had.
host family's house that Lomavita catches tomorrow.
And you know, as a true baseball fan, he's such a joy to watch. Payoff pitch to 3-2. Volker plunks Josh Pearson.
Yeah, some control issues in that bat by Zach Volker. Came behind Pearson twice with the pitches spiked in the dirt. Then he hits him on the thigh. And well, we asked how Volker would bounce back after sitting for a while. You've seen both ends of it. You saw a quick strikeout, then a long at-bat ending in a hit by pitch. Does he settle in and get Trotter Harlan here? That's the big question.
Well, you have to assume, and I think Poncho said a couple words, stepped away. There's a little bit of jitters that come into play when you have to sit that long. First pitch, Harlan takes a little bit high, according to Sparky Burns.
Yeah.
Old spark plug. Nice guy. I don't know if you guys have had a chance to talk to Sparky Burns, but one of the more lively, no.
1-0 pitch. There's a called strike at 88 from Zach Volker. The count 1-1 on Trotter Harlan. 283 average in 20 games, 1 homer, 11 RBIs. Teammate of Ty Good at the college at Charleston.
Hey, I know that guy.
With a runner off of first, the 1-1 pitch swung on and missed. 88 miles an hour from Volker.
Well, Zach Volker said, Trotter Harlan, I'm going to throw my fastball 3 straight times. You're not going to be able to hit it.
Yeah.
I don't think he quadruples up on it here.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bottom second, the Harbor Hawks a 6-0 lead. Volker deals away, swing,
He did.
Swing and a miss.
Volker's not a fastball pitcher.
No.
His top speed is maybe 92 on the best day, but the way he delivers the baseball, the way he hides the baseball and fires it in on you, he says, come hit it. Just come hit my fastball if you want to. Gives him 4 of him, cuts him down swinging.
I was surprised he went back to it again. I mean, that's what you just said. He's not a power fastball guy, and they were all swing and misses.
He's not a
too, for the
strikeout
most
guy
part.
either, but hello.
Now the batter, Ryan Gallany out of Wofford, and somebody that we have not seen yet this year against the Harbor Hawks because he's only played in 2 games in the regular season. Foul tips the first pitch to Poncho, the count 0-1.
Well, you saw him spike, I think it was a slider twice, and all of a sudden Poncho Ruiz said, okay, let's just challenge them then.
Right.
We're up 6-0. Might as well attack the bottom of this order.
Fastball. With the wind blowing straight out, fastball top speed 90 from the right side.
Here you go.
Just keep doing it.
Cannot say I'm particularly familiar with Wofford's baseball program as that's a pitch taken.
The Terriers?
When you think Wofford, you typically think the
basketball
bracket busters.
Yes, I do remember that.
Fletcher McGee.
12-5.
Fletcher McGee was his name.
You'll ever see in your
Where's
life.
he now?
Oh, I got my oil changed a few days ago. Thought I saw him. I don't think it's the same guy, though.
1-1 pitch, way inside, a little bit high.
Zach's got it.
He is playing in Montenegro.
Yeah, he is. Yes, he is.
For Studenitski Centaur.
Say that again. Bless you.
Studenitski Centaur of the Montenegrin baseball.
Now say it with a Montenegrin accent.
I don't know what a Montenegrin accent sounds like.
You got to travel more, Zach Berman.
I don't even know where that is.
You got to get outside of Missouri.
What continent is that?
It's in Europe. 2-1 pitch to Brian Galvany, and he hits it on the ground. 1 hop by Riku. Nice play by Nishida. The underhand flip in time, and Zach Volker works around the 1-out hit by pitch. Another scoreless frame for Volk. And the Harbor Hawks will take a 6-0 lead to the top of the 3rd inning on Harbor Hawk Baseball Network.
That chip on the shoulder, that started at a very, very young age. People's expectations are, they're cool, they're fun, but mine are bigger.
When you play in New York, they want to see winners. It doesn't matter if it's a Monday or a Friday or a Saturday. You got to come with it, or those fans will let you know.
Pick one thing from me, pick one other thing from another player, make it your own, you turn to who you want to be.
What motivates me is the unknown. You know, how good can I be? You get away from the lights, you get away from the camera.
Mientras más presente yo esté en la caja de batería, más éxito tengo.
Man, how can you not keep it fun, man? This is a kid's game.
If you could go back and tell 10-year-old Francisco one thing, what would it be?
You're a bad mother.
Top of the 3rd inning, 6-0 Harbor Hawks. We're already an hour into this game. We've only gotten through 2 full.
We only have like 30 minutes of sunlight left.
2
So let's
full
rock and roll, guys.
We
Let's
got to
get
get
going.
9 innings in, so...
Yeah, see you guys at noon tomorrow at Lowell
Yeah,
Park.
that's the way it's going.
Jeez.
Oh.
Yeah, how do you address that with your bullpen?
Well,
that's the question.
You have your bullpen go to Home Depot and get portable lights, and if everybody is able to carry one out of the store, I think we can light this place up. I'll sponsor it.
I don't know if there's a Home Depot on the Cape, though.
I think there is absolutely a Home Depot. I've been inside it.
Is there?
Boy, do I have news for you.
There isn't a Home Depot?
The first pitch is hit on the ground, and coming across the diamond, Troy's throw in time to get Drew Erhardt, but Caleb Ketchup has been taken out of the baseball game.
Wow.
Well, he's been replaced by Ryan Ignofo.
Yeah. Well, Ketchup made 2 throwing errors on routine plays, and apparently Mike Roberts had seen enough over at the hot corner.
So yes, Ryan Ignofo will be batting 9th today, out of Eastern Illinois, senior from Crystal Lake.
They took him out before Ketchup even got an at-bat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with 1 out, Nolan Shonowell, and the last time he came up to the plate, he did something special, take something way outside 1-0.
It's a souvenir for somebody out in right field. Oh, I don't know, though. Maybe the trees?
Yeah. Speaking of, I hope somebody got that Shonowell home run.
That's what I was.
I would hope so. I hope the ball ends up back with Nolan Shonowell. 1-0 pitch, Shonowell takes low 2-0, and I don't think
that's going to happen.
I think after the home run, you're going to see Swilling maybe not test Shonowell. Wouldn't surprise me if they pitch around the guy.
Who was that one guy? Was it Socrates that said if Nolan Shonowell gets hot, this team's going to be great in the playoffs?
2-0 pitch, a called strike at the knees.
No, Confucius. Confucius, that's it.
Oh, Swilling's done a nice job out of the arm bar.
2-1 pitch. Shonowell takes a called strike, 287 on the outside corner. Now the count even. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Top 3 of the Harbor Hawks, a 6-0 lead in game 1 of the playoffs. A 2-2. Shonowell, soft liner and caught in the air by Trotter Harlan for out number 2.
Yeah, not much to that pitch. Breaking ball that Shonowell got out in front on and tried to wait back, just couldn't long enough. And still solid contact. I mean, keep it in the air. You're seeing Nolan Shonowell get the ball elevated more, which he didn't do the first half of the season. So still a positive sign.
I got news for you guys, too. Riku Nishida's in the on-deck circle.
Already. Be the third time.
Yeah, looking to bat around for the 3rd time today.
Well, Mike Sirota steps up. First pitch, breaking ball called a strike. I've been impressed with Swilling in the time that we've seen him thus far. But Sirota reached and then scored. He reached on the E5 and then later scored on, well, another E5. As now the count 1-1. Swilling, righty deals home, and the pitch is
wow. Jeez.
Wow.
Sparky, my man. That is both low and outside.
Sparky, that call burns.
Oh, nice.
1-2 in the dirt, 2-2.
Yeah. Oh, Zach. What are we going to do with you when the season's over?
Send me back to Missouri.
Bottle you up, take you to Waco.
2-2 pitch, Sirota, high fly ball right center field. Bradfield coming over, making the catch, and the Harbor Hawks go down in order 1-2-3. But they still take a 6-0 lead at the bottom of the 3rd here on Harbor Hawk Baseball Network.
What are you looking forward to?
Adding a takeout window.
And more locations.
Paying off my student loans.
Juggling my 4 small businesses and staying sane.
Raising my allowance.
Finishing my painting and starting the next one.
Catching a keeper. Cashing anything.
Making the most of my retirement.
Checking my balance and hopefully having one.
Whatever you want for your family, your business, or your community, talk to us at Cape Cod 5 because we're looking forward to helping you.
Coke Zero is now Coke Zero Sugar, with great Coke taste. Some people were excited to hear the news, some were skeptical. So we're not gonna have the star of the show you're watching come out and say, "You'll love it." No special jingle written by this week's hottest pop star. No famous internet celebs who happen to be holding the label just so. Okay, maybe just one little pour shot. The only thing that will make you believe Coke Zero Sugar has great Coke taste is trying it yourself. Ice cold Coke Zero Sugar. Try one today.
While I'm sure Zach Volker would have liked a little bit more insurance, it must be nice to come back out after, without having to sit another 30 minutes.
I think, so you guys know that I was a pitcher.
Right,
and
pro pitcher.
Despite not making it past my freshman year of high school, some of my favorite appearances are where, the bats couldn't quite get going in a half inning and you got to go from a solid half inning, just a quick break, and then right back out to pitching. And hopefully it's the same for Zach Volker. You know, him and I are a lot alike, especially when it comes to that fastball.
Really?
Yeah, it's coming down at you, tough to see.
Yeah,
so.
you're playing at Iowa this spring, too.
Yeah, they wanted me. They did. But, you know, in the end, I felt like broadcast was the right way to go. Instead of getting paid to play baseball, I'd rather broadcast for free, you know?
Well, it is Bradfield, Ignofo, not Ketchup, and Troy. 8-9-1, 6-0. Zach Berman, Austin Dakuta, Drake Tull.
Enrique Bradfield, he's fast.
Definitely fast. Swiped 46 bags this spring at Vanderbilt. Fouls the first pitch away.
Well,
he's projected to be a top 5 pick in next year's Major League Baseball draft.
Top 5? That keeps changing.
I've seen top 5
well,
this
we're
summer.
yet to really see much from him this summer. 194 coming in, not really a great arm in center field. Good defender, good speed, but everything else is yet to come together for the guy.
The 0-1 pitch, Volker, righty-lefty, deals home, breaking ball, misses. Missed.
Spark
72.
plug, my man, where on earth? What more can you do with the off-speed? That was a beautiful pitch by Zach Volker.
I'm surprised he didn't swing at it either.
Yeah, no kidding, huh? Just watch it in the zone.
Volker deals fastball high and outside, 2-1.
That is a ball.
You know, out of the 4 playoff games today, 3 of them at ballparks without lights. 3 of them already pretty decisively led by one team.
Really?
Yeah.
Hello, playoffs. The Yoffs, as Zach Berman would say.
2 balls and a strike. That's line to left field. Ranging back, Jackson Ross. It's over his head, up against the wall. Bradfield's got wheels. He'll go into second. They're going to almost send him to third. The Harbor Hawks play wisely and keep him from going any further.
Believe it or not, that is Enrique Bradfield's first extra base hit of the Cape Cod Baseball League. So
first extra base hit.
One of the guys you want on base. Probably he's the last guy you want off. But Bradfield gets a double, and the Harbor Hawks are going to have to contend with their first runner in scoring position of the evening.
That was the first hit for Cotuit.
First hit for Cotuit, and now Ryan Ignofo.
Yeah, I mean,
up to the plate.
Bradfield, number 7 on Prospects Live mock draft next year, and the first line: speed, 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 and more speed. That is his game, and you might see it here with him off of second base trying to swipe the extra 90 feet.
Well, you watch Bradfield, and obviously you can't see him, even though you can see us on this broadcast, the first pitch to Ignofo called a strike. But he runs in a way where he doesn't necessarily look fast, but he just kind of makes his strides look effortless. That's the best way I can describe it. Yeah, he'll beat you in a track meet, but it almost is scary to see how effortless he strides around the plate, or around the base paths, as Ignofo calls time, ties his gloves back up. Kettleers leading off the bottom of the third with a runner in scoring position for the first time this evening. They trail 6. Bradfield almost going, thought about it. Pitch was taken low, ball 1. He went almost halfway between second and third, all the way back almost, then thought about going once more. It was a nice play by Poncho to square that ball up. He might have had Bradfield dead to rights at third.
Yeah, I think the important thing here for Volker is Bradfield's very distracting off second, but when you're pitching with a lead like this, just completely ignore him. If he gets third base, he gets third base at this point, but you got to focus on the hitter and not let things spiral here.
1-1 pitch. That's a high fly ball deep to left field. Ranging back, Jackson Ross, and he watches it go out of here. So into the game as a defensive substitution, Ryan Ignofo. His first home run on Cape Cod puts the Kettleers on the board. They trail 6-2.
That was a great hit there by Ignofo, and Volker just missed with a pitch a little high. Ignofo takes advantage of it, and that ball actually bounced on the top of the fence and back over. So I think if Ross had a bit, you know, he got there. He got to the fence, but if you're placed perfectly, it'd be 1 out of 10 you make that catch. But that's just how close that home run was from being just a deep fly out to Ross.
Yeah, the ball's going to fly out of here today. You mentioned the humidity, the temperature, Zach, and the wind blowing out, and you're starting to see that effect.
Well, here's a guy that can hit them a ways away, Tommy Troy. First pitch breaking ball to Troy. Misses a little bit inside, 1-0. So Volker allows a home run, not something you typically see him do such a thing.
Definitely not.
1-0 pitch, Troy takes a fastball. Excuse me, that was the breaking ball. A little bit low, count 1-1.
They're at the same time, you know, still got a full run lead here. So play with that momentum to carry you through. Add some more runs too.
1-1 pitch in the dirt from Volker. The count 2-1, and Pancho will walk that one out a little bit slower. Yeah, Zach Volker doesn't usually do too much of the whole giving up the home run ball thing.
Yeah.
But he does here, and it's now a 4-run game. 2-1 pitch, Volker to Tommy Troy, and Troy gets it in on his hands, fouls it straight back.
Yeah, I think Troy was trying to do the exact same thing there with that pitch, and pretty good placement by Volker there. Troy got way up under it and a bit behind.
That was the first home run that Volker has allowed on Cape Cod all summer.
Yeah.
He keeps the ball low in the zone, so it's not surprising to see that.
2-2 pitch, Volker deals, and missing low on Tommy Troy. The count will run full.
It's a good pitch, though. I mean, Tommy Troy might swing at that one a lot.
Yeah.
It falls off the table a bit. The sliders get movement on it, but now 3-2, you have to come back with a better pitch.
Here's the 3-2 righty. Volker deals, fastball, swing and a miss. He went right after Tommy Troy on the fastball, which he usually hits quite well, and blows it right by him for out number 1.
Well, that's how you not only respond from a home run, but you come back after throwing a ball to Tommy Troy and you say, well, where do I go in 3-2? I challenge the best hitter on the Cotuit Kettleers, who destroys the fastball. I bring it inside, and Tommy Troy couldn't catch up to it. That is a major boost of confidence for Zach Volker, and that should certainly settle him down.
Well, Carter Trice is 0 for 1 with a fly out. First pitch in on his hands, pop, foul, count 0-1.
And Troy is a guy who hit in the Cape Cod Baseball League home run hitting contest in which players try to hit home runs, and so you already know he's got a lot of power, and Volker comes with the fastball, too. With the fastball to strike him out.
And in that Cape Cod Baseball League home run hitting contest in which players try to hit home runs,
That's
Tommy
the one.
Troy, I mean, his power's to all fields as well.
Mike Roberts is throwing the ball, too. That guy's got a cannon.
The 0-1 pitch misses a little bit inside to Carter Trice.
I think, Austin, that's why you had Johnson as your A1 guy there, just because the way that Roberts pumps that baseball when he's throwing BP.
No, that was Mazdak Darvari. I had Lyle Miller Green, the winner.
Okay.
I picked the winner. Mazdak, not a fan of that.
1-1, Volker deals in the dirt, gets away from Pancho. 2-1, no harm, no foul with nobody on.
Too bad that wagering's not legal in Massachusetts, but this time next year, it'll be free game on stuff like that.
Yeah, I would have loved to make a little money off my pick.
Lyle
There's
Miller
always
Green
next year.
From Chatham, the one team in the East Division that did not make the
Boy,
playoffs.
they tried hard, though. They toyed with that for about the last 2 weeks and just never did do it.
Yeah, bummer we don't get to see our pal Tom Holliday again.
Yeah. Joe Puccio and Ian, those guys get a couple extra days off.
2-1 pitch, Volker deals, and it's ripped to left, base hit. So Trice gets a breaking ball down and in. He's going to try and test for second. The throw is in time to get him. Jackson Ross tested the legs of Carter Trice. I don't know why you run that.
They even had time to relay it. Ross brings it into Patelli, and
they had a cutoff.
They had a cutoff, man. It was such an easy play for the Hawks.
It makes no sense. Down 6-2. It's still the third inning, and you're trying to leg that one out. And it's so slow that the cutoff man can relay it in time to get you. I don't understand. You're playing yourself out of opportunities to chip away.
The name of the game for Cotuit has been self-inflicted errors so far today.
Yeah, I've had a lot of those. That's for all season. This team has been just not good when it comes to errors. They have in total 56 defensively. That's 9th in the league.
First pitch to Eddie Park, taken inside ball 1.
So second worst in the league.
Did you?
That's behind Falmouth. Falmouth will play Bourne.
Did you know,
too,
tonight. Cotuit has 32 unearned runs given up this season. That is astronomical. That is, they're practically giving out runs for free, and the pitchers can't do much about it.
1-0 pitch, 2 outs. Volker deals. Called a high strike, and the count 1-1. Yeah, it's actually quite interesting because Cotuit's numbers offensively among the best in the league, but in terms of pitching and defense, among the worst.
Yeah.
This team will get into track meets with you. We've seen that plenty of times this season. The 1-1 pitch to Eddie Park, taken up by fastball, 2-1.
Well, another big thing, too, what you need when you chip away is the little things. Walks, bunts, small ball. Find a way, especially down 4 with so many innings left. It's stuff you got to do. They're 8th in the league in walks drawn, and they also walk the most guys of any pitching staff. 8th in the league there, too.
2-1, serve foul by Park. The count 2-2. course, the only team that is sloppier in the field than Cotuit is Falmouth. They have Bourne 6 p.m. tonight. Like I mentioned, the only game in the playoffs under the lights.
Boy, and I'm a Commodore today, my friends. I am the biggest Commodore that's ever existed.
Yeah, there was a time where we were saying we don't want to play the Commodores, then Bourne got even harder than Falmouth.
Yeah, then
and
Bourne
now
happened.
Yeah, you don't want to play Bourne.
2-2 pitch incoming. Volker deals. That's lined into center field. That will dunk in, base hit. So Eddie Park reaches base. And, you know, Volker feels like it might be lucky for him to only have given up 2 because he's gotten roughed up a little bit here in this second inning.
Let me take you back to Volker allowing 8 hits the last time these two teams played and only 1 earned run. That's kind of been Volker's game this season. His whip is not elite by any means and hasn't been in it for a good portion of the year. He is a true contact pitcher, so he's seen teams hit him around the yard a bit. He's just been able to get outs when he's really needed them.
Calvin Harris comes to the plate. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout.
I thought he had a concert tonight.
Yeah, he's playing in the Hamptons, so I guess the guy's he's gonna bat here and then hit a pull the old Deion Sanders.
Oh,
yeah.
There's a helicopter waiting down the street.
Unless it's not that Calvin Harris, at which point he won't.
Park's got wheels. He might go. First pitch, and Harris skies it in the air a million miles up. Let's see who has it, and coming on and making the catch is Jackson Ross. So Cotuit does get on the board with a 2-run homer, but they only get 2 as 2 runs, 4 hits, 1 left on through 3 innings of play. 6-2 Hawks on Harbor Hawk Baseball Network.
With Hood Milk, you can trust your family is getting high-quality milk in every nutritious and delicious drop. It begins here on farms that Hood selects, with farmers who uphold the highest standards and who pledge to never use artificial growth hormones. And you'll see that care continue right to your home with our Light Block bottle, which protects the fresh taste of your milk. At Hood, we never stop caring about our milk because you never stop caring about your family. Always good, always Hood.
If you live here, fun is your thing. If you live here, tough is your thing. Smart is your thing. Caring is your thing. If you live in Massachusetts, community is your thing. Since 1972, the Massachusetts State Lottery has provided over $25 billion to help cities and towns with the things they need most. If you live here, giving is your thing.
Welcome back. Lowell Park, top of the 4th, game 1 of the playoffs. Hawks a 6-2 lead. Zach Berman, Austin Dakuta, Drake Toll. All 3 of the playoff games on right now are pretty decisively led by one team. Harwich, 5-1 in Brewster.
Hello.
Bottom of the 4th. Harwich, a 5-run 3rd inning.
Well, half the All-Stars in the East that started were from Harwich, so I guess that makes some sense.
Actually, I take that back. All 3 of these games have a team up by 4 runs.
What are the odds, Austin? What are the odds?
Orleans at a 6-run 1st inning in YD. They now lead 7-3 at Red Wilson.
Is it all the lower seeds winning too currently?
All 3 road teams are winning.
Yeah. Hello, Falmouth.
Welcome
Please
to the
keep
Cape
that
Cod
going.
Baseball League playoffs.
Where offense is just a plenty. You know what they say?
Yeah, right.
It's an offensive league.
Right, yeah. First week of the year, you see 20 runs combined from
5 billion ties.
Yeah. Next thing you know, everybody's scoring 10 in the playoffs. What happened?
2 home runs today.
Well, Riku, Jeb, McConnell start the top of the 4th inning against Swilling, and the first pitch, a breaking ball called strike 1 to Riku Nishida.
Riku Nishida at the plate for the 3rd time today, now just in the 4th inning. So you get 1, 2, and 3, and I think I like the 1, 2, and 3 today for the Harbor Hawks.
I do. We saw that. We saw the 1 and 2 as Riku takes a called strike 2 against Bourne. McConnell had the day off. He came in, pinch hit, an RBI single. But the Harbor Hawks with almost a new look lineup for the playoffs. And so far, it's paid dividends. Yeah. But you might still want more insurance. The 0-2, Riku takes a fastball high and away from Swilling, and the count will go.
Well, we haven't seen this lineup exactly from Hyannis yet this season, so mixing it up a bit for the playoffs, it's done okay.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Swilling deals. Nishida lines it left center field. Base hit. Riku Nishida. Is he going to test? No, he will not test the arm of Bradfield, who played it nicely, but you do have your leadoff runner on Riku Nishida, 2 for 3.
That is the one guy's arm that I wouldn't be too upset testing, but when Calvin Harris is behind the dish, and he has struggled quite a bit today, Nishida over at first, it's a prime situation with Mitch Jebb up to get Nishida in scoring position via the steal.
He's going. Just what pitch will he try to steal on?
Right.
Well, we'll see, because Swilling has been hit hard this season, especially by lefties. And Mitch Jebb just so happens to be not just any lefty, but one of the best lefties in the Cape Cod Baseball League.
Why not put a duck on the pond for him?
Going back to first is Swilling. That's a good pickoff move.
Great pickoff move, and they know that Nishida's going to go at some point here. Just a matter of when.
Oh, by the way, if you lost it all in the hullabaloo that's happened in these first 3 innings, Riku Nishida also stole home in this game.
That did happen earlier, didn't it?
He's got 2 stolen bases already tonight. I believe I've tallied that correctly.
28 in the regular season, now 30 if you count the first 3 innings today. Riku gets checked on again.
That's a great pickoff move.
Yes.
It's quick. The ball gets zipped
zip.
over on a line, too, so it's everything you want from a right-handed pitcher throwing over to first.
Probably can't keep doing it, though, due to the whole lights thing.
Carson Swilling, 6'1", 195, out of Smith Station, Alabama, and Auburn. Riku fakes going, and a pitch is lined right at Tommy Troy, and it was a good thing Riku held up, or else he would have been doubled off.
Yeah, Mitch Jebb got a pitch he liked, and he hit it hard, just hit it right at Tommy Troy, and unfortunately that's sometimes the way it goes in the game of baseball. Now with 1 down and Cole McConnell up, you may see a little bit more of a passive approach at the plate. Cole doesn't swing a lot of first pitches, and it could give Riku a chance to run.
Definitely big that Riku held up, because if he was too far off first, Troy had Riku easily doubled off.
Riku likes to take a big secondary lead, so I'm not too sure if he was going to go there, but it was certainly a heads-up base running play by Nishida to freeze.
Riku freezes again, taken outside by McConnell, 1-0.
And I don't know if it's intentional, but nearly a pitch out there, so good thing Nishida didn't go.
I was going to say, inadvertent maybe, it was only 78 on the pitch, but he gave Harris a good position to throw.
1-0 to Cole McConnell, and now another pickoff attempt by Swilling. And Riku Nishida, I would say raw speed, he is probably the fastest guy in the Cape Cod Baseball League, but his intelligence on the base paths, he has become a much better base runner over the course of the season in terms of when to take risks, when to go. 1-0 pitch fouled away.
The first week or 2 of the season, Riku was testing the league. He didn't know the level of talent that he was around yet. He was trying to see, okay, what can I get away with leading off first?
Right.
On a ball in the dirt, can I take second base? Who can I test? Who can I not? As the scouting reports have gotten better this season for the front office headed to the Hawk dugout, Nishida's been aided by a little bit more advanced scouting on the catchers he's facing and more experience in the Cape Cod Baseball League.
1-1, Riku fakes going, McConnell splinters the bat as the ball goes foul. And I see that Scoop is asking, Zach, got some new peepers. I actually, yes and no. These are the same ones I've been wearing all year. But during the game on Tuesday, these got dropped in the sand pit at Bourne once too many times, got scratched up beyond belief. I actually went to Costco yesterday and got a second pair of these same glasses.
I think you told me you went to Costco before the year.
I did go to Costco before the year.
Are those Ray-Bans?
These are Maui Gems.
Oh. Costco on the day off. How was the drive?
Pretty easy.
Is that in Hampton where he's been Binghamton?
No, it's up in
Avon.
Oh my gosh, Avon, yes. 1-2 pitch, McConnell swings and misses for strike 3. Good breaking ball there from Swilling, 2 down, and Riku stays put on first, surprisingly.
Nishida has not left first. What do we know?
Hey, you got to go back to the Windhorse thing.
Yeah.
What do they know?
Nishida,
something's going on.
You just can't help but rave over how good Nishida has been, and talk about guys that have come on as of late. Nishida is one of those, and another one is at the plate now in Pancho Ruiz, who's hitting .308 in his last week and has a .471 OBP.
Well, you were hoping that Pancho's bat would come around sooner or later, and little by little it has done just that. Pancho, 0 for 1. He's also reached on an error, scored a run.
Also, I wouldn't stop being aggressive here. They're daring Nishida to go.
Another pickoff attempt by Swilling, and Riku will go back. Swilling a lot more, I would say his pickoff move is a lot more refined than Ben Johnson's was.
Yeah, he's also throwing the ball a lot harder. Has a lot more confidence in the pickoff move. Hitting good spots with a lot of zip.
Another pickoff move. Oh, that almost got Riku. That was probably the best pickoff move we've seen from Swilling yet. Not a balk. He faked that he was going to start going into his warm-up and then pivoted back and almost got Nishida.
You can move that leg up as long as you don't bring it forward.
We already saw one balk today from
Ben
Johnson.
I don't think Mike Roberts liked that one very much.
Final stat line from Johnson, 1 2/3, 6 hits, 6 runs, 3 of them earned, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. not what Mike Roberts and the Kettleers were looking for.
No, probably not.
Hawks lead 6-2, top of the 4th inning. 1-0, 2 outs. Riku fakes up, Pancho, high fly ball center field. Bradfield tracing back under it, makes the catch. So the Hawks strand the leadoff single by Nishida. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left on after 3.5 innings of play. Our score, Hyannis 6, Cotuit 2.
Traffic is treacherous. There's a fender bender on the pike. Gonna be a wicked commute. The expressway's backed up to the gas tanks. Gridlock. Crawl. Snarl. Jam up. Bottleneck. Log jam. 128 is a parking lot. You'll be late for supper tonight.
Keeping your car road ready is what we do best. At Sullivan Tire, we're always here to get you there.
Hey, we get you there too.
Having a 5G phone that's not on T-Mobile makes as much sense as playing ice hockey. Using pool noodles. Get out of the penalty box with 5G coverage like this. T-Mobile has more 5G bars in more places than anyone. T-Mobile, more 5G bars in more places. Another reason T-Mobile is the leader in 5G.
Bottom of the 4th inning, the Harbor Hawks still a 6-2 lead on Cotuit. Zach Berman, Drake Till, Austin Takuda. This is a big inning because the Harbor Hawks were up 6-0 before Zach Volker surrendered a 2-run homer to Ryan Ignafo. So after a pretty routine top of the 4th where the Hyannis bats went down in relatively easy fashion, Volker is going to need a big bounce-back inning to make sure that the momentum stays with the guys in blue and orange.
Right, that's the big part right here. You got to quell the momentum of the Kettleers, but I think part of that, there's a fan with a bullhorn who is just doing some trotting up and down the grandstand over there, and boy, he's struggling to get the crowd into this one today. I mean, it's hot outside, 5:30 in the afternoon, nap time for your general college kid or your older crowd, and so it's tough to get granted, solid crowd here today, but you don't feel them getting into it. You see the players look kind of lethargic too, and you got to continue to take advantage of that. If you're the Harbor Hawks, you've still got plenty of momentum on your side. Going 3 up, 3 down right here would be huge.
Well, it's still a ways to go as Pearson, Harlan, and Galvany come up to the dish, 5, 6, and 7 against Zach Volker. Volker gonna finally take those stretches to this point. 3 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, both earned, no walks, 3 strikeouts. He does have 1 hit by pitch, and that was to the man at the plate right now, Josh Pearson.
If you can get 5 out of Volker today, that would be huge.
First pitch, Pearson takes a breaking ball outside corner.
Yeah, I mean, 4 would be great, but 5 would be, I mean, I think if Volker goes 5, that's a big key to Hyannis winning today.
Have we been tipped off on who the first guy out of the pen is today?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I like that, though. Leave it a mystery.
The 0-1 pitch, Volker deals home, and it swung on and missed on the break. The count 0-2.
Well, game 1 is so huge, monumental, because if you can get a team down, get it in their heads that I can go home if we lose 1 more, that could play to your advantage so well. So, also, I mean, I go to Jordy Allard right after this.
Also, if the Harbor Hawks take game 1, and should the score hold, they will do just that. Still a lot of baseball to be played. 0-2, Volker deals, taking up high 1 and 2. Cotuit has to deal with Magdal Cotto on the bump on the road tomorrow.
Yeah, Magdal's pretty good at baseball. Lefty throws 99 miles per hour. Insane. I don't want to face it.
Hardest throwing left-hander in the D1.
In America, yeah.
1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody out. Volker deals home to the lefty Pearson. Volker gets the breaking ball, and he doesn't catch the plate for Sparky Burns.
Yeah, you gotta have those there, Sparko. We gotta be doing the whole strikeout thing right there on those. Calling strike 3 is really fun. I've done it before.
That was 71 miles an hour, and that looked like it was right over the heart of the plate.
Really good pitch there, Zach Volker.
Do it again.
2-2. Volker, righty-lefty, deals home, and the pitch swing and a miss. So the strikeout was just delayed by a pitch.
Yeah, that's fine. I like the swing and the miss even better, but Sparky, it's so fun to call strike 3. You get the big, look, there's nothing better in baseball. I'm surprised the guy's shying away from it so much today.
What happened to the, remember we had one umpire. We haven't seen him, I don't think, since.
Was that Sparky? It might be Sparky.
Extremely loud strike. No, I don't know if it was Sparky.
Sparky's notably the loudest.
Yeah.
I remember him last year, too. We had such a good time.
I think he was having an extra loud day at Wareham that one time. He was
Trotter Harlan, first pitch he sees, he pops in the air, foul. 70 miles an hour on the break from Volker.
What a pitch.
Well,
that is, yeah.
What's funny to me is the last time we saw Harlan, he threw 4 straight fastballs, and he starts him off at 70.
Hello, have
so
this.
If you're Trotter Harlan, how do you settle into the box?
There's a breaking ball again, and this time it's laced foul out count quickly 0-2. You think he's going to get a fastball here?
73, here comes 91.
And here's why. Trotter Harlan, right-handed hitter, was late on a breaking ball. He sent it to the right side of the field, so he was waiting that pitch out, but still late on the break. Now you come back, high and inside fastball, try to get Harlan jammed on it.
Attack right here. Don't waste a pitch. Attack.
0-2. Volker deals home righty-righty. It is a fastball. Hit on the ground to Patelli. Fields fires in time, 2 down.
Yep. That is another dissection of Trotter Harlan at the dish. He goes 2 breaking balls, fastball hard on the hands, and Harlan does get the bat out enough, but just on top of it inside, jammed him a bit, slow roll to short, and that's a great job by Zach Volker. He's got some confidence today against right-handed hitters more than he does against lefties. But this is a guy who, although he's been a pretty good hitter all season long in Galaney, he's already has a grounded on the line today.
Ryan Galaney, 0 for 1 today with a ground ball to Riku Nishida. First pitch, righty-righty. Volker working fast, misses just a tad in.
Well, I called Nick Johnson last night to get a game update on what time they play the game, and wouldn't you know, he's with Mazdak Darvari and Will Schiffman. They're going through everything in synergy, everything in point streak, building these really elaborate. There's a call.
Hey, there's a sparky.
There's a voice crack. They're going through these elaborate scouting reports and building every pitch for Zach Volker today. And that's a guy, one of the smartest guys in baseball that we've seen. On this team, he is just dissecting batter after batter and where he can throw pitches to best succeed.
1-1, the pitch is popped in the air, foul. I mean, look, if you are a fan of the University of Iowa baseball, you have two guys.
Thanks for listening, first and foremost. Hey, everybody.
You have 2 guys in Ty Langenberg and Zach Volker that are going to make that pitching rotation, and maybe your bullpen, a lot of fun to watch in Iowa City.
Love chat.
Yeah.
1-2 pitch, Volker deals, swing and a miss, and I do love that. As Galaney goes down on strikes, a 1-2-3 inning for Volker. There's the answer to who's your momentum siding with right now question. Harbor Hawks a 6-2 lead through 4.
Bronk.
What up, TB?
What do you think my next move should be? Give it to me straight. Maybe it's just time I hang him up.
I got one word for you. Retirement. If you retire now, you're gonna be walking on soft sand in a week. Just come to Florida and feel the wind in your hair. Retirement is like winning another one. Maybe I'll even join you.
On the Spotty Network, this is what Tom heard.
If you retire now, you're soft and weak. Just come to Florida and win another one. Maybe I'll even join you.
Just go win another one.
Like it's that easy, Gronk. Maybe it is. I still feel like I have a lot to accomplish.
My goal is to win one more.
And Gronk's coming with me.
I'm retired from retiring? Mom, where are my football pants?
Don't trust big decisions to just any network. Go with T-Mobile, the GO in 5G.
And I'm not soft or weak either.
T-Mobile is the leader in 5G.
Top of the 5th inning, Harbor Hawks a 6-2 lead over the Kettleers in game 1 of these playoffs. Zach Berman, Austin Takuda, Drake Toll. And the Harbor Hawks sending 7, 8, 9 Erhardt, Shawnuel, Sirota to the dish against Carson Swilt, still in the game.
Yeah, they
and
need
he's looked good.
Couple
and they
innings
need
out of him.
Longevity out of their big righty from Auburn. Erhardt, a single and a walk. First pitch called strike. Count 0-1.
Dude, Jackson Ross at the plate now. Erhardt will come up in just a couple batters, but Ross the same. I mean, they've both been effective in the right-handed batter's box, Ross and Erhardt. No adjustment for those two guys in the Cape League.
Oh, he is 1 for 1 with an RBI double and a walk.
Yeah, I mean, this guy has jumped right in, and he has just produced.
The 0-2 quickly. Swilling working fast, steals home. It's taken up high 1 and 2.
Yeah, the official scorebook did not give an RBI on that double.
Interesting. I'm sure that will change down the line. 1-2. Righty-righty. Swilling deals, and it's taken just a little bit inside by Ross. The count goes even.
Yeah, I don't know how he wouldn't have an RBI. I have that written down as well.
That is...
There was a runner on base. He got a hit, and that runner scored.
Something probably needs to change there.
2-2 pitch, and it plunks Jackson Ross. So Jackson Ross has reached base all 3 times he's come up today.
Yeah, well, good news is it plunked him on only a 75-mile-per-hour breaking pitch on the shoulder. So
you wear that one.
Yeah, you wear that one, take it with you to first, and you pass the baton to Don Patelli.
Well, what I love about Ross, too, coming from the NECBL, he had 174 plate appearances in the NECBL this summer.
This guy's been playing since February, constantly, right from February, because the NECBL and the FCBL start a little bit, I think mid-May, I want to say, or early June. So these guys have had, like Ross, absolutely no time off.
And with a wood bat, too, you know?
Called strike 1.
Yeah, I mean, for a guy like Ross, too, you're going to head back to FAU. You're going to end up starting doing some inter-squad stuff in the fall. He's going to have year-round baseball, and I wonder how he'll respond in the spring. Might be a little tired over the winter.
The 0-1 pitch, not before a check back, and the count will stay 0-1. Patelli, the only Harbor Hawk that has not reached base yet tonight. He struck out looking in the first and struck out swinging in the second. Like the righty-lefty matchup here, 0-1, Patelli takes outside 1-1. Now, we had this talk coming up in the top of the 5th inning here, but, you know, as a baseball broadcaster, a 1-1 pitch incoming. Swilling deals, it's in the dirt, 1-2. Vince Scully, of course, tragically passed at the age of 94 earlier this week. And everybody, whether you have been in the majors for however long, or you're just starting to get in the industry, if you're working a summer on Cape Cod or elsewhere, you all take a little bit of inspiration from him.
He's certainly the best storyteller of all time.
2-1 pitch, Patelli fouls it away. The count will go even at 2-2. Vince Scully.
Oh, you trying to hit me there?
No, that was.
Hey, whoa, Zach. Back off, man. We can't fight on a broadcast.
No, I'm
they
not trying to fight.
They can see it, too. You
got
Zach,
whoa, hey, whoa, you're swinging at me.
I know they can see it.
Oh, it's a B.
Yeah, it's a B. That's what I'm looking at.
And you're allergic to those?
Slightly.
I think I got it.
Not on a chair?
It's right there.
Oh, stop it. 2-2 pitch. Patelli takes a little bit low. The count will run full 3-2, but
I see it. It's on you.
Yeah, this thing really likes me.
Oh, it's a sweat bee. They don't have any stingers.
They're friendly.
It likes our whole broadcast crew.
That's fine.
3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Something you may know about me, I don't like bugs.
Oh.
Payoff pitch to 3-2. Patelli, he's 1 strikeout away from the golden sombrero.
Oh, jeez.
He swings and misses on that one.
It's only the 5th inning, too.
Yeah. Zach, one thing you should know about me, I love bugs.
Were you one of those kids that was like big into bugs growing up?
I liked monster trucks. I liked boxing and bugs.
The batter.
You had the butterfly cages?
Yeah.
Had one of those.
Is Drew Erhardt. That was the first out of the inning, first pitch called a strike. But, you know, just to finish up what I was saying, it's truly amazing how many lives, whether you're a fan or a broadcaster or just a player, someone that really cares about baseball, pitches taken low, that Vince Scully has impacted over the years. He spent 67 years as the voice of the Dodgers, both in Brooklyn and LA. And the game will never be the same without him. But for us, even though we know nobody, as the 1-1 pitch, high fly ball, deep left, Drew Erhardt sends Park back to the wall. It is gone! Drew Erhardt, his first home run on Cape Cod, comes in the playoffs, a 2-run shot, and it is 8-2 Hawks in the 5th.
Bring one, bring them all. Everybody in blue hits today, guys. Everybody hits.
What is that one? Bump, 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 bump. What's that from? Bump, 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 bump. Where do they play that? Bump, bump.
They play that at Wareham.
Bump, bump, bump. Oh, no.
So from the one guy.
Gosh dang it, Zach. They play it in Cotuit tonight because the Harbor Hawks are up 8-2.
They are up 8-2. That brings up Nolan Shotwell. So from the one guy that hit a home run to the other guy that hit a home run. Harbor Hawks an 8-2 lead. Shotwell takes a first pitch called strike. And, you know, I just had to interrupt a borderline eulogy for a home run call, and I'm surprised that Nick Castellanos was not at the plate. The pitch taken.
I don't know about a borderline eulogy.
No, not a eulogy.
Zach.
I don't know, Zach, if you know what a eulogy.
1-1 pitch. Shonwell takes outside, 2-1.
Oh, okay.
But you had to finish things up.
Yeah,
Vin
keep
Scully,
going with the Vin Scully thing. I know.
far
Let's keep going. I like what he's going. I see what he's doing, though.
the most inspirational man to ever put on a microphone and call a baseball game, as that's called 2-2.
Zach, you get all the home runs. You called them so beautifully, though.
2-2 pitch. Shonwell take just a little bit low. The count will run.
I think I've called one Hawk home run this year, and it was Shonwell's at home all year.
Yeah, the one that I got, I didn't know it was a home run.
3-2 pitch, and Shonwell golfs it down the right field line. That could be trouble. It's in the corner and down for a base hit. Shonwell digging for 2. The throw is not in time. Nolan Shonwell, an extra base hit, and the Harbor Hawks continuing to pour it on here in the top of the 5th inning.
What's more impressive than their 6-2 start is now, and how they're going to continue to add, continue to pour it on, because you cannot get comfortable or content against such a good team like the Cotuit Kettleers. The Hawks continuing to attack, and I think bigger than the numbers they're putting up on the scoreboard is you're going to make Cotuit have to reach further and further into their bullpen and put them in a tough spot for tomorrow.
Yeah, they haven't had very many off days here recently either, and they were playing for the West yesterday, so they're still depleted, but I just got a text, and turns out I don't have to see my ex-future mother-in-law anymore.
First pitch, Mike Sirota takes a little bit up high, called strike 1.
Why is that?
Lord.
Turns out when it rains, it pours.
No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Runner off a second. Shonwell. Mike Sirota, the batteries reached on an error, later scored and flew out. The 0-1 Sirota. High pop behind us. Nobody knows where it is. I couldn't tell you where it is.
Oh, that
hit something.
Our crowd mic.
Our crowd
Pretty
mic.
close to our crowd mic.
All right, Humbeb.
Count now 0-2 on Sirota.
Crowd mic is doing work. I think it's picking up us a little bit.
No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Top of the 5th inning. Hawks an 8-2 lead over Cotuit. In game 1 of these playoffs, the 0-2. Sirota hits it on the ground to short. Troy does a nice job shading the runner and fires across the diamond in time for the out.
Thought Nolan Shonwell was going to have his head taken off.
He didn't know what to do there. He had
just
did a bow.
frozen in the middle, and Troy's not going to come at him to try to tag him out, so Nolan just kind of tiptoes back to second and ducks his head in time. But a fine play by Tommy Troy, and now for Riku Nishida, he is up now for the 4th time tonight, and, well, guess what inning it is? The top of the 5th. So at the rate he's going, might see Riku Nishida 7 times tonight at the plate.
Not tonight. We'll see him
tomorrow
5
at
times
noon,
tonight
yeah.
and twice tomorrow at noon, because no lights.
Hawks a casual, 8 runs here in the top of the 5th. First pitch to Nishida, taking up high 1-0. 1 in the first, 5 in the second, and 2 in the 5th. And the 2-run home run in the bottom of the 3rd inning by Ignafo has been effectively undone, as the lead is now back to 6. Nishida 2 for 3 today. Singled, scored in the second. Nishida fouls that away, the count 1-1. He also stole home. Riku Nishida stole home.
That
in
was
this baseball
today?
game. That was today.
Oh, wow. I like this. I'm having fun.
In a game that has been all Hawks so far.
I don't think Cotuit has any bat boys today.
No bat boys.
Made that observation, 'cause Mike Roberts just had to come retrieve the foul ball.
You tell me Mike Roberts is the bat boy?
After that one, yeah.
That guy's got a heart for service.
1-1 pitch. Riku fouls it away, the count 1-2. We still haven't seen, I guess I just haven't noticed who's been coaching first, because so often today the Harbor Hawks have not started out their rallies with runners on first.
That's,
Who is that?
Tito Flores.
That is Tito Flores, who is on the bench today. He could come in late in the game should we reach that point.
Should we reach?
1-2 pitch to Riku. There's a high pop in the infield. Shallow outfield. Bradfield ranging on it, makes the catch to retire the side, but it's another scoring inning for the Hawks. A 2-run homer by Drew Erhardt puts Hyannis up 8-2 through 4.5 innings of play on Harbor Hawk Baseball Network.
My family earns respect.
My family clears bases.
My family breaks records.
My family wins MVPs.
My family gives everything.
My family makes history.
My family wins championships.
There's no family.
There's no family.
There's no family. There's no family like my family. Join the fam.
Join the fam.
Join the fam.
Bottom of the fifth inning, the Harbor Hawks an 8-2 lead. Zach Berman, Austin Takuta, Drake Dahl. And as big as that rally was to get the other home run in the top of the fifth, more importantly, Zach Volker really got the momentum back in the Hyannis Harbor Hawks' favor with that 1-2-3-4.
Yeah, Zach Volker's been steady on the mound for the Harbor Hawks today. That's what you need him to do, and he's done that every time out. 2 runs short, a little bit more than Volker would like through 4 innings, but he's been able to steady the team down, let his defense do the work when he's needed to.
It will be Bradfield, Ignafo, and Troy, 8-9-1. The same bunch that started the 3rd inning and wound up bringing home 2 runs. Enrique Bradfield 1 for 1 with a double and a run score.
Bradfield is fast.
Yeah.
No power, though.
That we have seen yet. First pitch, righty-lefty, and a breaking ball. Misses a little bit high and away. 1-0 to Enrique
I don't
Bradfield.
think that anybody's seen yet. I don't know if he's really displayed any power at Vanderbilt either.
Yeah.
This guy, that's the scouting report on him when you look at it. You're going to get speed, you're going to get range in the outfield, but you might literally get nothing else.
Well,
Good
he's
contact
a lot like Riku Nishida in the way that he plays, but he's got so much size and more size. Nishida has to play that way by trade, but this is a guy, Enrique Bradfield's got to expand in that area.
2-0 to Bradfield. He takes a called strike at 88. Bradfield did hit 8 home runs this spring at Vanderbilt, but a lot of them I'd say he ran into him.
Yeah, I mean, there could be a chance that a couple of those were inside the Parkers.
2-1 pitch, Volker deals home, and it's a breaking ball called a strike. Volker changed the arm slot just a little bit there and got that one to duck in and catch the inside part of the plate. 2-2 in Bradfield.
I don't know if that was on the plate, but Sparky B giving the old Harbor Hawks a little gift right there.
2-2, Volker left, righty, lefty deals home, and Pancho Ruiz, if there were runners on, that would have been one of the more incredible blocks we've seen all year. With the
I still think it is one of a pretty darn good block, even without runners on. Yeah, that's what he didn't have to block it, but he did.
Payoff pitch, the 3-2. Not a guy you necessarily want to walk on with all his speed. But Volker will deal righty-lefty, payoff pitch, and Bradfield takes up high ball 4.
Not the guy you want to walk to start an inning. Enrique Bradfield has obviously not been thrown out, and we said at all at Vanderbilt this spring, and, well,
this
doesn't get much easier.
This would be a great time to do it. If Pancho can get a good pitch here from Volker, a fastball to throw down on, and Enrique goes, it'd be great to see him caught.
He's got to be careful with Ignafo at the plate, too, because what happened last time was I think Volker was too concerned with Bradfield on the bases and lost sight of who was at the dish, and he punished him.
Ignafo takes a first pitch fastball called strike at 88, count 0-1. Well, Bradfield
only 4 stolen bases so far.
Only 4 stolen bases in 11 games.
That's because he hasn't got on base much.
Freshman year at Vandy. Stole 46, was caught 6 times. A 1 high pop behind us foul. Count 1-1. This past spring at Vanderbilt, stole 46, was caught 0 times.
Wow. 46 for 46 is there's a reason teams are drooling all over the idea of taking Bradfield in the first round next year. It's because of that number. I mean, he's impossible to get out on the bases. The problem here in the Cape League is he hasn't got on the bases that much.
The 0-2, righty, and pitch is taken up high, 1-2. Bradfield, another big thing with him, we saw it in that plate appearance. This past spring, more walks and strikeouts.
Yeah.
His plate discipline is quite good. In his 2 years at Vandy, 45 walks to 42 punchies in 2021 and 40 walks to 40 strikeouts in 2022.
And he's on first now, so you got to be wary of the steal.
1-2 pitch, called strike 3, and Ignafo down looking on the breaking ball.
Dude, what a great slider from Zach Volker, and Sparko behind the dish wasn't going to give it to him. Waited a couple seconds, thought about it a while, said, why not? Called strike 3. What a big pitch from Volker.
I don't think he was going to call it, but Poncho sold it so well.
It was right there, too. He just,
the most reluctant strike 3 call I think we've seen this season.
Well, the runner on first now, the batter Tommy Troy. Troy 0 for 2 today, but he can change that with one swing. He takes a breaking ball just a little bit low.
Sparky, I think you heard us.
Here's a question, and I'm not sure if Austin, maybe you would be the one that knows. Do umpiring crews stay with teams for a whole playoff series?
Well, considering I unfortunately didn't get to witness the playoffs
twist
last
the
year.
knife.
Yeah,
Wow,
8-28, I
jeez.
wouldn't be able to answer that for you.
1-0, breaking ball outside to Troy. The count now 2-0.
Oh, Austin, I'm sorry, man. You okay?
Yeah.
All right.
I'll get over it.
Are you going to be okay at noon tomorrow at Lowell Park?
Someone's going to have to cover my shift.
Yeah.
Flush delivery day.
Oh, but it's a historic park, man.
Yeah.
Pitch taken low, called strike count 2-1 to Troy, challenging him with the fastball. Tommy Troy, he once hit 2 homers in the same game against these Hyannis Harbor Hawks.
Oh, Zach.
And the Harbor Hawks ended up coming back and tying that game. They were down 4, and they used the power to tie it 2-1. Troy was all over the high fastball, but swung way too early and popped it foul.
Yeah.
Count 2-2.
Well, he has struck out today, swinging on the fastball from Zach Volker.
I wouldn't be surprised if Volker goes breaking ball here and then tries to go back to the fastball should the count reach full. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner off of first, a dangerous one in Bradfield. Tommy Troy, the team MVP for Cotuit, at the plate. Volker gets a sign from Poncho, shakes it off. Now deals a 2-2, and it's swung on and foul tipped. I think that got our crowd mind.
Yeah, something did.
Yeah, it
sounds like footsteps.
Volker here, I mean, you showed Troy the high fastball. He's all over it. Showed him the breaking ball. I mean, 2-2, you probably go back to the slider here, try to get him fishing.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Volker deals the 2-2 breaking ball, and he misses just a touch high.
Just too high. It did freeze Troy, but he's a mature enough hitter to recognize that that pitch was above the letters coming in.
So now the breaking ball misses. Do you go back to the fastball in the 3-2?
No, I can't, Tommy Troy. It's too dangerous.
3-2 pitch. Volker deals. It's a fastball swung on and missed the throw to second from Poncho in time to get Bradfield. Strike him out, throw him out, double play to end the 5th.
They just struck out the best hitter on the Cotuit Kettleers and then threw out a man who hadn't been caught stealing in 46 tries at Vanderbilt and 4 tries on the Cape Cod Baseball League. The first time in 2022 he has been caught stealing. 50 for 50, make it 50 for 51. Hawks have a 6-run lead.
Holy cow. They just caught Enrique Bradfield Jr.
Put that on Sports Center.
That guy's never been caught. That guy
never been caught stealing.
Poncho says, just kidding.
Thank you very much.
Okay, let's go to the 6th, but before that, we're going to send things to Bria Losick.
Thank you so much, Zach. This is the first time that the Harbor Hawks have been in the playoffs for a couple of years now, so let's take it back to 2018, the last time that they were in this position. The Harbor Hawks finished 3rd in the league and 2nd in the West behind Wareham with 51 points. They couldn't escape the first round, though. They dropped the first 2 games to Falmouth in that one. But Coach Eric Beatty and Coach BJ Johnson have both said that this Harbor Hawks team has the chemistry to go a long ways in this playoffs this year. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Bria. And just a quick note, the Hyannis Harbor Hawks have only played Cotuit once in the playoffs since 1983. They played them in 2015 in the first round, where they beat them, then beat Bourne before losing the YD in the title. And with that, we're going to send it to a break. Top of the 6th inning coming up. Harbor Hawks lead this one 8-2.
What are you looking forward to?
Adding a takeout window.
And more locations.
Paying off my student loans.
Juggling my 4 small businesses and staying sane.
Raising my allowance.
Finishing my painting and starting the next one.
Catching a keeper. Cashing anything.
Making the most of my retirement.
checking my balance and hopefully having one.
Whatever you want for your family, your business, or your community, talk to us at Cape Cod 5 because we're looking forward to helping you.
This is your time to change your career, to advance your skills, to follow your dream. Curry College Continuing and Graduate Studies. Tomorrow is coming. Be ready.
Well, we're here in the top of the 6th inning. Harbor Hawks an 8-2 lead. Zach Berman, Austin Dakota, and Drake Tull. You said you had something.
Yeah, there's a couple Cotuit fans here at the game today, and I think I overheard one say there's a lot of game left, and maybe there is, but not a lot of sunlight left. You know, they told me prior to today's game they were going to bring in replacement lights. Dean College does that for their big baseball games. Turns out they got stuck on back order. So they were going to have lights at Cotuit today, talked to their grounds crew prior to the game, and everything was set to go. But you know what? In the end, no lights today, and you see the shadow already creeping past the third base side. If we get a little too late in this one, that is true. You heard it right. We come back tomorrow at noon at Lowell Park and keep on chipping away.
Well, the new pitcher for the Kettleers, that would be number 4, Cole McNamee, out of Georgia Tech in Alpharetta, Georgia. He will face off against 2, 3, and 4 in this Harbor Hawks lineup. And Mitch Jebb, now that we have been officially told he is the MVP runner-up and not the MVP, Matt Shaw has won that award.
Well, I don't know if he was the runner-up, was he?
We don't know that either.
You would have to.
Welcome to the batter's box, Mitch Jebb. Glad that we got to tell you that to start.
Welcome to the batter's box, indeed.
Still really good, though, Mitch.
Mitch Jebb, one of the best seasons batting-wise that a Harbor Hawk has had in recent memory. Takes 1-0. But yes, Matt Shaw is officially the 2022
Clark Elliott
MVP.
did win the batting title. So I will give a nod to that guy. Where is he now? He's
second-round pick by the Oakland A's. Yeah, pretty
so
good.
If that says anything about where Mitch Jebb's going to go, should be a good spot.
Jebb, high fly ball, left field. Park ranging back, still going back, makes the catch on the warning track, 1 down.
Yeah, good charge into that one from Mitch Jebb, and that's a ball where we've seen him plenty of times put that in the gap, stretch it into a triple or a double standing up, and right there you just hit it where they ain't, and Park tracks it back and makes the catch at the wall.
If I am correct, as Cole McConnell comes to the plate, Brewster has the 1 seed in the
That
East,
is right, yeah.
In the other 2-3 games,
the bracket's out.
It is now 10-3 Orleans in the bottom of the 4th.
That's the road team up by 7 in that one?
Road team is up by 7. McConnell swings and misses. He's now 1 for 3 with an RBI double and 2 strikeouts.
So, Austin, where do you go bullpen-wise for the Harbor Hawks? I can't imagine that Zach Volker comes back out.
I don't think so, and I think you have to look at the situation. You're up 6 runs. It's not a sure-thing lead.
No.
But it is more comfortable than a 2-run lead, so you might not have to expend a Ty Langevert or a Jordy Allard just yet. It's a tough spot, but I would honestly go to Isaiah Rhodes first out of the bullpen.
I like that. I like that call. McNamee, 1-1 to Cole McConnell. He deals, and McConnell hits it foul.
Just hit Jackson Ross on deck. He's okay.
Ross is okay. He's smiling, but that caught everybody by surprise.
And part of the reason I say Isaiah Rhodes, it's because Cotuit's a fastball hitting team. They hunt the fastball. Isaiah Rhodes has a slider and a changeup that dominate hitters, and with his arm slot, it could make it tough on the Kettleers.
1-2 pitch, McNamee deals, and McConnell lines it to right center field. That is a base hit. So McConnell, 2 for 4 today. He's got a single and a double, and the Harbor Hawks have a runner on here in the top of the 6th. Now, McNamee, Cole McNamee out of Georgia Tech, he has an 8.79 ERA and 14 1/3 innings pitched with the Ramble and Wreck of Georgia Tech. This summer in Cotuit through 5 1/3 an ERA of 8.44. He's already given up 5 earned runs and a home run.
Yeah, a tough summer so far for McNamee. He's in this game to try to keep it from getting further out of hand and possibly work a few innings here.
Check back to first, not in time to catch McConnell. Now, the guy that I really like in a stretch bullpen situation for the Harbor Hawks, maybe not today, but we've seen him do it at Cotuit before, would be Austin Strickland.
Yeah, that's another candidate as well, Zach. I like that. But It just depends. How are you going to play this 6-run lead?
Hits it on the ground to third. Only plays to first as Ignafo does not try and go to second. So the Harbor Hawks on what is essentially a swinging bunt from Poncho Ruiz now of 2 outs but a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, I mean, timely hitting is where it comes, what comes in clutch in the playoffs. Can you get another run across? Stretch the lead to 7 here. That'd be great. And you're going to do it likely on almost anything. I mean, Cole McConnell's got great speed from second base. What can the new FAU product put together?
Jackson Ross has reached base all 3 times today. Walk in the first, RBI double in the second, was plunked in the 5th. Righty, first pitch. Ross takes a breaking ball called strike 1. Count 0-1.
Yeah, and with Cole McConnell off second, you still have good speed, which is what this Harbor Hawk lineup consists of, top to bottom. Really capable base runners, and that's helped tonight, too. Allow guys to score from second base has been a big part of the Hawks game, taking the extra 90 feet.
The 0-1 ripped on the ground, and it gets off of Ignafo, bounces to Troy. There's a play at first, and they get the out.
What was 5-6-3 on the putout? What was that?
Well, how do you do? Score the out, 5-6-3, retires the side. The Harbor Hawks, no runs, 1 hit, 1 left on after 5.5 innings of play. Still 8-2 Hawks on Harbor Hawk Baseball Network.
With Hood Milk, you can trust your family is getting high-quality milk in every nutritious and delicious drop. It begins here on farms that Hood selects, with farmers who uphold the highest standards and who pledge to never use artificial growth hormones. And you'll see that care continue right to your home with our Light Block bottle, which protects the fresh taste of your milk. At Hood, we never stop caring about our milk because you never stop caring about your family. Always good, always Hood.
Gannon's Tavern is the home of incredible wings, handcrafted cocktails, ice-cold beer, and Keno. Their innovative tavern menu features seafood, great sandwiches, steaks grilled to perfection, and stunning specialty dishes. There's no better place to watch your favorite New England pro football team than Gannon's Tavern, in their large bar or outside on their covered deck, complete with TV and sound. Gannon's Tavern, 959 Burses Way, Hyannis. Like them on Facebook and Instagram.
See you soon at Gannon's Tavern.
Well, as we come back in here in the bottom of the 6th, Zach Berman, Austin Takuta, Drake Tull, the Harbor Hawks an 8-2 lead at Game 1. This first round of the West Division playoffs. Your question, who is coming in to relieve Zach Volker? Your answer, nobody. It's
Not
still
just
Zach
yet.
Volker.
And that could, if they let Volker, and if he does pitch through this 6th inning. I don't know how much further he'll go, but that would be a situation where you could bring in Austin Strickland, as you mentioned, and he could be a guy that goes 3 innings to finish the game. But let's not get too far ahead. Zach Volker's been good today. I don't want to say great just yet, but if you get through the 6th inning unscathed, then it quickly becomes a great start for Volk.
Well, he's facing the middle of this Cotuit lineup, Trice, Park, and Harris, so maybe he's just in to see a singular guy.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I mean, we have no view of the right field arm barn, so I couldn't tell you who's warming, if anybody.
A bunch of orange hats. People are standing and walking around. I don't see much throwing.
And we also
there is somebody throwing.
We
I
do
can't
have,
tell you who it is.
but before that, we have a defensive replacement here. George Corona is in to relieve Poncho Ruiz behind the plate. So Poncho finishes his day by throwing out Enrique Bradfield for the first time in 2022. Bradfield was 50 for 50 on the bases. Ruiz guns him down for the first time anywhere for any reason.
I'm bad.
And that's it for Ruiz behind the dish. Thank you for your service. See you tomorrow.
So Carter Trice comes in 1 for 2, a fly out in the first, a single in the third. First pitch, Volker shows, Trice shows bunt, and the pitch is 70-mile-per-hour breaking ball, completely misses the bat.
Well, I'm not a coach, but number one, that's not how you bunt at a baseball. He just jabbed at it and essentially took a moving push at it. Just you got to get the bat on the ball, let it come to you. And number two, why are you bunting in that situation?
Why is Cotuit doing some of the things they're doing today?
The 0-1 pitch to Trice, and it's way outside. Nice.
Thought he was going to try to bunt that one.
Well, the way he bunted the first one, I wouldn't try that again with that form that we saw.
1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out. Still the same defense other than the catching replacement.
Cape Cod loose. Is this the best of 5 or 7? Actually, the best of 3 in the playoffs.
1-1, a high pop, foul territory. Corona misses it. Where is that? That's headed. Oh boy, that's hit
us
right behind us. Did that get the 10?
No.
No, it did not. No.
I think we would have heard a thud.
Probably. It probably would have come through this 10
Yes.
without a doubt.
That was pitch number 81 for Volker today. Here will be number 82.
Update the pitch clicker we got. Almost there.
The 1-2, righty-righty. Volker deals in the dirt. Count will stay 2-2.
Yeah, what is that clicker at right now?
82.
Oh, look at that. We're right on pace. Great job in the
All
booth.
right, great. Good deal. Who's running the pitch clicker today?
No, a little bit of everybody.
Didn't miss a step.
Bubbles. I'm not sure why they're called.
2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Harbor Hawks lead this one 8-2. Volker, righty-righty. Winds and deals the pitch, and it plunks Trice right on the knee.
Yeah, it's going to hurt. He wore it, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that one doesn't tickle for sure, but Trice immediately jogs down to first.
Yeah, with action in the Harbor Hawk arm barn, I mean, not urgent yet,
Right.
but we'll see how things go from here. He's got to face the 3-4 hitters, does Volker.
This is a big at-bat.
And it appears with Park at the plate, it will not be Harris on deck. Instead, that is Caleb Lomavita getting ready to pinch hit.
There's Caleb Lomavita.
Yeah, and it gets tougher here for Volk, but he's shown he can get out of these situations already tonight.
Runner off of first is Trice. He is a threat to steal. And the first pitch to Eddie Bark is taken outside 1-0. Zach Volker, through this point, 5 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts. If he can get through the 6th inning clean, what a performance it will be. 1-0, pitches a high fly ball to left, drifting back as Rossi's under it. He makes the catch, 1 down.
Easy right there from Ross. Pretty solid contact. That's what Volker's done most of this season. He's allowed contact to opposing hitters, but a lot of guys are just hitting at me. It's low ground or low fastballs in the zone, a lot of ground balls or flyouts, and you see another one right there.
Well, the batter now is Caleb Lomavita, and we have sung our praises about Mr. Lomavita.
Yeah, I like the guy.
More than often on this broadcast. The catcher out of UC Berkeley, 316 average in 27 plate appearances, 27 games, 76 at bats, 1 homer, 5 RBIs. But defensively, he has been a lockdown wizard.
Well, all around, he's been phenomenal. 316 average is one of the best on the Cape, and there's a reason he was the starting catcher in the All-Star game for the West Division. This guy is a legitimate all-around stud behind the dish. Surprised he wasn't catching today, but certainly he'll be in the lineup tomorrow with Mag Kodo, the guy he caught in the All-Star game, set to take the mound for the Hawks.
Runner off of first, the 1-0 to Lomavita. High pop in shallow center. Who's got it? Riku calls everybody off, makes the catch. Caleb Lomavita, 1 pitch, 1 out, 2 down.
That's your pinch hitter coming in and swinging at the first pitch and getting as far up under it as he possibly could. And so you got a guy who doesn't even see one from Volker, who's already gone 5 2/3. At the first pitch, you get him to sky up. Doesn't get much easier than that. They call that a can of corn. That's right.
Now, Josh Pearson, 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a hit by pitch. Runner off of first is Trice, who did reach on the hit by pitch. Volker, righty-lefty, gets his signs from Corona, deals away, breaking ball misses a little bit away, 1-0.
He didn't miss by too much there, did he?
No, I don't think so. We've seen both teams switch their catchers this inning. I think it might be the best way to, keep guys fresh when you're going to be playing a lot of games in a row is maybe to platoon them mid-game.
Yeah.
I think it's
1-0.
a little different situations here. I think for Cotuit, they need the bats to get going. Lomavita is a better hitter than Harris, but for the Hawks, I think they're going to look to start Pancho Ruiz tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's not something they usually do, start the same guy twice in a row, but I think Beatty feels, okay, you're up 6. We can afford to let Pancho get some rest so we can start him tomorrow as well.
Is that right?
Just speculation, but that's how I see it playing out.
So will Cotuit go Lomavita the last 3 innings and then
1-1 pitch in the dirt. What a play there by George Corona as that ball got under the foot of Pearson, and it could have easily been an extra base for Trice, but nice job by Corona to read that.
Is Cotuit doing the opposite?
I believe they're doing
So the Harbor Hawks
opposite,
are giving their guy more of a break. Cotuit is bringing in their guy from tomorrow today to catch the last 3 and then a full 9 tomorrow.
There's only 2 catchers listed on the roster, and Lomavita's one, and the guy who's the other one, Harris, started the game.
And Lomavita's absolutely starting tomorrow.
2-1, that pitch rocketed to center. McConnell way back, and that ball is off the wall. McConnell a little bit of trouble playing it. Trice will motor his way home. The throw home is good, but not in time. An RBI double for Josh Pearson.
Okay. Yeah.
And it's an 8-3 ball game.
If you're Beatty here, do you make the switch now or give your first reliever out of the pen a clean slate to come back out for the 7th?
I'm going to say with the matchup ahead, which is Trotter Harlan, who's coming up to the plate, Volker has pitched him exceptionally well, but I think we have our answer for us, and Beatty's coming out of the dugout. So
there you go.
If this is the end for Zach Volker today, another great performance. He's going to go 5 2/3.
90
pitches, 5 hits, 3 runs. All 3 of them earned 1 walk, 7 strikeouts. He is responsible for the man on second, Pearson, but we'll see who comes in. We'll take a quick break. Harbor Hawks lead this one 8-3.
When Alaska Airlines needed a partner for the complex operations of travel, they made the switch to T-Mobile. Our 5G has Alaska Airlines and their customers covered, from major hubs to remote destinations, with 5G coverage ready now for the demands of today and the future. T-Mobile's network powers Alaska Airlines as they deliver next-level care for all customers. 5G ready now. That's how unconventional thinking is better for business.
Tastes like a Coke.
We nailed it!
Coke Zero Sugar. Have they nailed it? Sounds like they really nailed it, huh?
Nailed it.
And that's when you said... So it really tastes like a Coke.
Yeah, that's the point.
When Alaska Airlines needed a partner for the complex operations of travel, they made the switch to T-Mobile. Our 5G has Alaska Airlines and their customers covered, from major hubs to remote destinations, with 5G coverage ready now for the demands of today and the future. T-Mobile's network powers Alaska Airlines as they deliver next-level care for all customers. 5G ready now. That's how unconventional thinking is better for business.
This BBB seal is a badge of honor. It's a sign that this is a business you can trust.
Hi. Oh, this is amazing.
Each year, millions of people see the BBB seal on a door or a window or a website and breathe a little easier. See the seal and know you've made the right choice. Find a business you can trust. Ask BBB.
If you live here, fun is your thing. If you live here, tough is your thing. Smart is your thing. Caring is your thing. If you live in Massachusetts, community is your thing. Since 1972, the Massachusetts State Lottery has provided over $25 billion to help cities and towns with the things they need most. If you live here, giving is your thing.
When Alaska Airlines
as
needed a
Braden
partner
Nelson
for
comes into the game, the Harbor Hawks make a
travel,
call to the
they made the
bullpen,
switch
and
to T-Mobile. Our
that's
5G
brought to you
has
by
Alaska
T-Mobile. They're
Airlines
proud
and
to
their
sponsor the
customers
Cape
covered
Cod
from
Baseball
major
League. T-Mobile
hubs.
believes that when small towns thrive, America thrives. That's why they're investing billions to bring fast, reliable, and affordable wireless service beyond the big cities to small towns across America. There's never been a better time to join T-Mobile. Visit T-Mobile.com today. First pitch from Braden Nelson welcomes Trotter Harlan into the game. A fastball at 92 for Nelson. The count 0-1.
You think Eric Beatty is familiar with Braden Nelson?
Yeah, right. They may have crossed paths 1, 2,
possibly
a few times.
8-3 game, the runner on second. Josh Pearson, the responsibility of the man that just exited, Zach Volker. The 0-1 pitch swung on and missed. 93 from Braden Nelson.
Look at the way that Nelson hides the baseball when he comes down with it. You see it's the wrist movement that he brings down to the plate, even on the fastball, creates such a cut. Oh yeah, there you see the crowd, the Manning cam right there. Just watch it here.
The 0-2, runner off a second, Pearson, righty, Harlan. In the batter's box, the 0-2 pitch, it's in the dirt, 1-2. Yeah. So Braden Nelson.
Do you see that there, Austin? The way he hides the baseball back there?
Oh, yeah, terrific.
What a journey.
Very deceptive.
Super deceptive. What would you call that?
Deceptive.
Started his college career at St. Bonaventure in the Atlantic 10.
Elusive.
Now part of University of Tampa, the ones who taken outside.
Indubitably.
2-2. But he has played for
My
plenty
response
of.
to you.
I think this would be 1-2.
Zach, he is just a couple days shy of being 24 years old. So he's played a lot of baseball, got a lot of great experience, and that's why they brought him here, for that experience.
He's played in 4 different collegiate baseball leagues: the New York Collegiate League, the Northwoods, the Appy League, and now the Cape League.
I've heard of the Northwoods.
2-2 pitch. Nelson deals, and it's weakly chopped foul.
93.
93.
Hello, good morning.
This past season at Tampa, 24 games, Nelson had an ERA of 1.79, 63 strikeouts to 14 walks. In Hyannis, a 3.86 ERA, 2 games pitched, 1 earned run in 2 1/3 innings. 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. He's got a runner off a second, not his responsibility. 1-2 count to 2-2 count to Trotter Harlan, righty. Nelson gets his side, sets, delivers the pitch, misses just a bit low.
Yeah, I think if George Corona frames that a bit longer, you might get Sparkety considered because he's, as we've seen, delayed on his decisions with strike 3, but just a bit down and out. We've got to be perfect here for Braden Nelson. Maybe come back with a high fastball to challenge Trotter Harlan.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bottom of the 6th. Nelson deals away the payoff pitch, swing and a miss. 93 miles an hour for Nelson as he blows by Trotter Harlan. And despite relinquishing a run, the Harbor Hawks will exit the 6th inning up 8-3 in this game, number 1 of the playoffs.
When it comes to buying or selling a home, you need a partner, not just an agent. For over 50 years, Gibson Sotheby's International Realty has set the standard in excellence and performance. A seasoned team that has thrived throughout all markets. Our agents live and work in your neighborhood and understand you. We are over 170 agents strong, backed by an in-house marketing team and global reach that is second to none.
From studios to penthouses, purchasing to renting, our team provides unparalleled real estate services.
This is your time to change your career, to advance your skills, to follow your dream. Curry College continuing in graduate studies. Tomorrow is coming. Be ready.
I'm defeated, feel mistreated. I'm so angry, I'm singing a song. 'Cause I'm paying so much for home internet, and that's just wrong.
I've got T-Mobile home internet. I feel happy.
Great.
Very happy.
Good for you.
Look how much money I'm saving right now.
Wait, really?
There's no hidden fees, no price hikes, one cord.
Bro, wow.
Internet without BS.
Top of the 7th inning, the Harbor Hawks still maintain an 8-3 lead. Zach Berman, Austin Cotuit, Drake Toll. Don Patelli is 0 for 3 today with 3 strikeouts, so he's 1 strikeout away from the dreaded golden sombrero.
Oh, boy.
Wow.
Way to
That's
welcome
it. There
him
it
in.
is, Dom. I'm sorry, man.
First pitch, Patelli lines it right
Hey!
field over the glove of the first baseman, and that's one way to avoid the golden sombrero, a base hit, and all Harbor Hawks have reached base today.
Zach, what are you doing at noon tomorrow?
I'm going to be maybe calling a baseball game.
You're going to be definitely calling a baseball game in Barnstable, Massachusetts.
I don't see.
And not at McKeon
So
Park.
we have a defensive swap here as well. Gallany is now at 3rd. Ignofo is now at 1st. Sure.
Just flip him. Yeah.
Why not?
Why not?
The batter, Drew Erhardt, he shows bunt, pulls back, called a
I
strike.
think the Hawks have broke Mike Roberts. I think whatever it is, that guy.
Well, I see a dartboard in the dugout, and he's just got every player's name on a dart, and he's just
I think it's
throwing
Beatty's
it.
face.
Yeah, seeing where it sticks, and that's where they're
Oh,
going.
he just hit one of his guys. He missed the dartboard, hit one of his own players. Oh, what a brutal sight.
The 0-1 pitch, and Erhardt bloops it down the right field line. That could be in no man's land if it lands fair. It does not land fair.
Yeah, top 7 here.
0-2.
We probably have another hour and 10 minutes of daylight or so,
Oh.
so you're really going to have to hustle through the next 3.
Well, what time does the sun set here tonight?
7:58.
7:55.
But that's not that you can't play till then because the trees around here provide a lot of shade to the field. Even when we've seen 7:55, a lot of the games end here around 7:30.
And if they call it with 1 out left in this game,
I will not come back.
We will come back here tomorrow.
No.
At noon from Lowell Park.
We can send Ella, Gabby, Bria, and
Who else
anybody
gonna
else.
punish- what are you
Maybe
punishing them for, huh?
Jack.
What
wants
did they do
come.
to
They
you?
asked to come. They wanted to.
Oh.
0-2 pitch to Erhardt. It's spiked 1-2. Well, I wouldn't say it is necessarily. There's one big puffy cloud in the sky over right field. That is the only cloud in the sky from our vantage point.
Oh, well, the clouds don't have anything to do with
No.
it. The trees are the problem.
Trees are problem, and I'd say it's a little bit hazy. I think that's the right word. 1-2, McNamee to Drew Erhardt, and Erhardt bloops it foul right field side. I mean, the Harbor Hawks are 9 outs away from locking up game 1. Still a lot of work to be done, and I'll give you some exciting score updates at the end of this at bat because things have transpired since I last told you what was going on in the East. And a check back off of first, not in time on Patelli.
Yeah, Drew Erhardt with that big 2-run home run in his last AB. Showing the power that we haven't seen quite yet, but he displayed it at Tampa. Really talented all-around hitter. Chokes up on the bat here with 2 strikes, trying to put it in play.
1-2 Patelli, a big lead. Erhardt fouls it straight back. Count will stay 1-2. Yes, Drew Erhardt does have power. Not necessarily a home run hitter per se. He did hit 6 in the spring at Tampa, but his first home run on Cape Cod comes in a playoff game.
No better time for it.
McNamee deals the 1-2, nobody out, not before. Check back off of first. Did they?
He dropped the ball.
He dropped the ball.
Would have had Patelli, but he dropped the ball. That's the defensive swap by Mike Roberts. Didn't pay off there.
Ignofo dropped the ball. He would have had Patelli out had he held on. So we play on here. Runner off first, nobody out. Top of the 7th inning. 8-3 our score.
And Ben Johnson's still in the game if you ask point streak.
1-2. McNamee deals, and Drew Erhardt has put together some at bat here.
Yeah, problem is well, it appears Drew Erhardt would like to come back here tomorrow.
Yeah. That guy didn't have plans at noon. Looking to try to fill his day up.
1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody out. McNamee deals away righty-righty, not before. Another check back off of first. Well, you have to think. The winner of this game, if, let's say, should Hyannis advance in the playoffs, if we're looking that far ahead, as now time is called. Time was called. Drew Erhardt called time as that ball was about halfway to the plate.
Yeah, I'm surprised that Spanky Buns gave him the time right there. You wouldn't assume with the pitcher, the ball was almost out of his hands.
Yeah, you don't have to always grant it, but it should be noted that Don Patelli was off on the pitch, too. He was trying to steal second base.
Right.
See if he tries that again.
Spanky gave him a bone.
Well,
Sparky,
yeah,
sorry.
Sparky.
Spanky Buns.
Spanky is
Sparky
the name
Burns,
of a restaurant.
not Spanky Buns.
Right behind our ballpark as the pitch is in the dirt from McNamee 2-2. My point being that if the Harbor Hawks can move past Cotuit, still no easy task. It's still a long way to go
in
in this
one
game.
of the series, yeah.
But in the second round, you are not going
what day is the championship there, Zach Burns? I don't like the way you think.
I don't know, but what I will say is you will not have to deal with lights in the second round because both Bourne and Falmouth have lights.
Hey.
2-2 pitch in the dirt, 3-2.
Opa. You know, I recommend if anybody out there is thinking about starting a Cape League team, more power to you. Please have lights at your ballpark.
3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. McNamee to Drew Erhardt, the Tampa University product. 3-2 in the dirt, ball 4.
Yeah, Patelli was off on the pitch too, but for his efforts, he'll just get to walk the rest of the way to second base. Now, first and second, nobody out for Nolan Shonowell, and this is a big spot for the Hawks to continue to tack on runs. Cotuit's capable of putting together a late rally of their own, so why not try to silence any comeback the Kettleers may have behind?
Well, Shonowell is certainly capable of doing that. He's 2 for 3 today with a home run and a double, so likely one of his best games he has had all summer.
Yeah, Yeah, the guys just put it together here in game one, and again, he is the key to unlocking the offense.
First pitch, Shonowell sends it in the air to center field. Bradfield coming on, makes the catch. Patelli will tag, tests Bradfield's arm. The throw is not in time.
Yeah, that's smart play by Dom Patelli. Again, this is the, second or third time the Hawks have tested the arm. There's not much testing left to do because he does not have much of an arm out in center field.
It's a tough day to be Enrique Bradfield Jr. Also, there's the ball boy here. And instead of having BB on the back of their jersey, that is not Peter. That's like a 12-year-old.
One of the Flahertys.
One of the Flahertys.
Yeah. Yeah, there's about 40 of them around here. Yeah. You know what the best part about the Manning game is today? What? The way we had to set it up, you get the entire intern table for Cotuit to our left right here. So in every reaction that we give to a home run, you also get about 6 of those guys sitting right in the frame.
There's just one left now.
Hey, yeah, most of them left, I think. Well, they're trying to prepare the game in the field for tomorrow at noon because they know we have to come back.
First pitch to Mike Sirota, hits it on the ground. Patelli's going to charge home, and it's booted by Tommy Troy. A run will score to make it 9-3 Hawks.
There was a song I once heard which describes a situation like this, and I forget the name of it.
It's the old, I think you're thinking of that classic rock song.
Yeah, Luke Combs.
That's the one. That's the one.
And it describes situations like this where
it's the
when things don't go well.
No, you're talking about when it rains it pours.
That's it.
That's when it rains it pours. Yeah, that's right.
Well, let's see how they score.
I haven't heard that song in a while.
Yeah.
They're going to rule that a single and an RBI.
They're going to roll a single.
Sure.
They're going to roll a single. Hey, Tommy Troy, hats off, buddy.
RBI single for Mike Sirota.
Cotuit's scoreboard disagrees. They put it as an error.
The Cotuit scoreboard guy said, we play objective here.
First pitch, a low called strike. No, they just changed it, error by the shortstop.
Yeah, it was an error.
So scratch the RBI. Now the 0-1 count on Riku, who's been quite good. 2 singles, 2 flyouts, and runners off of first and second. The Harbor Hawks can really blow this game wide open here. 0-1 to Nishida, and McNamee deals breaking ball called to strike 0-2.
Apparently he has a nickname, Reeks, we're now hearing. Is that
Reeks?
That's what we just heard.
I've heard that yours is now Stin. We have Zebo, Stin. I think they started calling me narcissist, but I didn't like that very much, so we had to revert and do like a little 180.
Who called you? Who was that?
You, Zach.
I said no such thing.
Yeah, you're right.
The 0-2, runners on first and second. Runner goes to third, swung on and missed, and Loma Vida can't find the ball. So it's going to be strike 3, but both runners advance.
First base was occupied.
Technically a double steal. They were both in motion on the pitch, so.
Technically a bunt. That works the same as a bunt.
Not technically a bunt. It technically, statistically is a double steal, yes.
Harbor Hawks have stolen how many bases today?
A lot.
Yeah. Point Streak doesn't give us those totals till after the game, but my goodness.
Riku's got 3 of his own. There was 2 more on that play, so at least 5.
Maybe Bob Carpenter.
Erhardt has 1. That's 6.
Bob Carpenter see anything about it?
I have 6 at least.
6 at least.
Oh.
Yep.
All right, I see him now.
McNamee deals a first pitch to Mitch Jebb, who takes a called strike 1 at 92. Mitch Jebb can really just, slam the door on this thing with a base hit.
Jebb scored a run today.
Yes, he
Doesn't
did.
do that very often, does he?
He's also got a double. He's 1 for 3.
Yeah. 1 for 4.
1 for 4, you are right.
Yeah. 5th time to the plate today. A lot of appearances at the plate.
The 0-1, McNamee deals home, and Jebb hits it on the ground weakly to first, and taking it to the bag himself is Ignofio. And it's time to stretch at Lowell Park. The Harbor Hawks push across another. They lead 9-3 through 6.5.
When you need a better place to work, CapeSpace is the place to turn. In today's changing work environment, shared workspaces offer a flexible and affordable alternative to conventional office space. At CapeSpace, we offer a wide range of membership packages to suit your professional needs, complete with office amenities like high-speed Wi-Fi, coffee, printing stations, reception service, and private meeting rooms. Visit our website today to learn more.
UFOS Active Recovery. Because life keeps you on your toes. Because you want to shine when you rise. UFOM technology absorbs impact with every step, so your body doesn't have to. Because standing still gets you nowhere. Get yours today at ufos.com. Feel better. Feel the U.
Braden Nelson back out for the bottom of the 7th. The Hawks a 9-3 lead over the Kettleers. Zach Berman, Austin Takuta, Drake Toll. I'm about to make, I guess, a reference that I don't know how we went the whole 44-game regular season without. As it rains, it pours for Cotuit. I wonder if Luke Combs won a $100 scratch-off ticket when playing the Massachusetts State Lottery.
Nicely done,
as a proud
Zach
sponsor
Berman.
of the Cape Cod Baseball League, the Massachusetts State Lottery is celebrating the games we love playing, from the baseball diamond to the many lottery games that help support all 351 cities and towns from across the Commonwealth. So here's to 50 years of winning and 50 more.
Well, you see, coming back out on the bump for the Harbor Hawks is Braden Nelson. Yeah, the bottom of the 7th, the bottom of the 8th, the bottom of the 9th. Sun pending. If we can get it all out here, that'd be really awesome.
Well, Nelson looked good out, and he makes a catch on a liner right back at his glove. What a play. One down.
Nelson, that's how you field your position. When he finishes his throw, he has the glove set up ready to field his position. Great job and alertness by Braden Nelson for a big out number 1.
Ryan Callany hit it right back at Braden Nelson. 1 pitch, 1 out to bring up Enrique Bradfield. Now, Bradfield, at the plate, he's reached base twice. He's had a double, a walk, he scored a run. Also, for the first time since 2021, he was caught stealing on the base paths.
Yeah. One of the fastest guys in the league, and Poncho made him pay last inning.
First pitch, Bradfield hits it on the ground to short. Patelli feels got a tough play, makes it in time, 2 down.
Is that 2 pitches, 2 outs for Braden Nelson here? That's a fine play by Patelli as well, and that's efficiency for your reliever Braden Nelson. He comes in, gets the last out of the 6th, comes here, 2 pitches, 2 outs to start the 7th, and he's a guy who you may unexpectedly get multiple innings out of. Maybe you're thinking 1 1/3 out of the pen, but the way he's pitching so far in the 7th, you could see him come back for the 8th.
Ryan Ignafo, now the last man standing here in the bottom of the 7th inning. He's got a homer and a strikeout today. First pitch, righty-righty. Ignafo takes inside 1-0. And if this is what you can expect out of Braden Nelson, yet another find by this coaching staff, by this front office, to get a high-impact relief arm that could serve you well come playoff time.
It's so late in the year, too.
Swing and a miss.
I mean, you don't see these additions happen so late, Zach, where you get an impact arm like Braden Nelson at this point in the season who can come and give you innings in the playoffs in a game in which you're ahead.
1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Top of the 7th, or bottom of the 7th inning, 1-1. Ignafo swings and misses. That was dirty. That was gross. Wash your hands, Braden Nelson. 85 miles an hour on a breaking ball.
Let's do it again.
That had some, a lot of English on it. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Righty-righty. Nelson deals, swung on and missed in the dirt. Corona's got to track it, fires to first in time. 1-2-3 inning for Braden Nelson. And the Kettleers go down in order in the 7th. No runs, no hits, nobody left on. Let's go to the 8th. Hyannis up 9-3.
That chip on the shoulder, that started at a very, very young age. People's expectations are, they're cool, they're fun, but mine are bigger.
When you play in New York, they want to see winners. It doesn't matter if it's a Monday or a Friday or a Saturday. You got to come with it, or those fans will let you know.
Pick one thing from me, pick one other thing from another player, make it your own, you turn to who you want to be.
What motivates me is the unknown. You know, how good can I be? You get away from the lights, you get away from the camera.
Mientras más presente yo esté en la caja de batería, más éxito tengo.
Man, how can you not keep it fun, man? This is a kid's game.
If you could go back and tell 10-year-old Francisco one thing, what would it be?
Be a bad mother.
Welcome back to the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network. Austin Takuta here, and I'll be joined back by Zach Berman.
Thank you, Austin, and it's the top of the 8th inning. The Harbor Hawks lead this thing 9-3 in a game that, look, we have seen this team play some impressive games to this point, but so far, 7 innings in, this has been one of their most fun. And before we go any further, some score updates, and we have some significant ones. Top of the 6th inning, a 5-run fifth from YD. And it's only a 10-8 ball game at Red Wilson.
Wow.
We got a barn burner. Meanwhile,
well, speaking of go back tomorrow, they may have to go back to Red Wilson tomorrow.
Top of the 8th, and Brewster, a 4-run bottom of the 7th inning, and the Whitecaps have taken the lead, 7-5. But that's not all, folks. In the top of the 2nd inning, 3-0 Falmouth over Bourne.
That's big because the Bourne Braves are arguably the hottest team on Cape Cod coming into the playoffs.
3-0 Bourne. Meanwhile, Cole McConnell digs in for 3, 4, and 5 in against the Georgia Tech arm. The 0-1. McNamee deals home. McConnell hits it on the ground over McNamee, fielded by Troy across his body in time. 2 pitches, 1 out, scored 6-3. And at this point, you know, you're up 6 runs.
Yep.
Yes, it is 6 runs. My math is correct. I don't mind some quick outs here.
Yeah, I mean, so how it works here, you started at 4 o'clock. Obviously, Cotuit, we mentioned, doesn't have lights. So if this game is not to complete its full 9 innings, there's a chance you'd have to come back here to Lowell Park tomorrow. So the Hawks they're playing with some quicker pace now, and I don't think we're going to have to come back tomorrow. But the quicker outs, a little bit more aggressive earlier in the count, may not just be a coincidence.
George Corona now in for Pancho Ruiz. Takes a called strike 1, the count 0-1. We haven't seen Corona yet at the plate today. Pancho exits 0 for 4. Did reach base on an error as the pitch was taken in the dirt, but Pancho Ruiz made possibly the single best throw we have seen all season. It was a strike him out, throw him out double play. 1-1. Taken in the dirt, 2-1.
And it's important to get George Corona going, too, here, and that's why the Hawks brought him in a little earlier into this game to relieve Pancho. You need 2 catchers in the postseason. It's not feasible for one guy to catch as many as 9 days in a row if that situation arises. So to get Corona's bat and glove going would be huge.
Pitch called strike 2 on the fastball. Now, George Corona out of Louisiana Tech. We've talked, his power definitely exists. He had 16 homers at Louisiana Tech this spring, 2-2. Corona swings and misses for strike 3.
That's
but
been
we
the
haven't
problem.
seen the power yet.
Yeah, the strikeouts were an issue at Louisiana Tech as he hit around 250, and you're starting to see them show up here on the Cape League. He started off okay, was seeing the ball well, but then as pitchers started to get the scouting report on Corona, it's turned to be in the opposition's favor.
That brings up Jackson Ross, who has had a pretty good day himself, a walk, an RBI double, and a hit by pitch. First pitch to Ross, 6 way up and in, 1-0. He's reached base 3 out of 4 times. He also hit into that 5-6-3 ground out, not a double play, a ground out. 1-0, McNamee deals home, and the pitch is called strikeout 1-1. Now, you'd think definitely Braden Nelson comes in bottom of the 8th, considering how efficient he was in the bottom of the bottom of the 7th. 1-1, fouled straight back. When I say straight back, I mean that was hit at a 90-degree angle right behind.
That's one of those, if you barrel that up, it's a line drive right back up the middle.
Right. Count 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. McNamee deals home, and Ross swings and misses to retire the side. A 1-2-3 inning for Cotuit, and the Harbor Hawks will go to the bottom of the 8th, up 9-3.
Diet Coke? Who are you, my mom?
You should be so lucky. Because you know what moms do? Well, I suppose we should start with the whole giving you life thing. It seems like that should be enough. No? Okay. What about her ability to send shockwaves through the neighborhood without saying a word? Or whip up a ridiculous handmade costume that you forgot to tell her about? Not to make you happy, but because she had a reputation to uphold. She invented rideshare, called it carpool, and did it for free. She didn't need those dating apps either. You copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music.
Why not?
Oh, and she can win any argument in 4 words.
Because I said so.
Everything you're trying to do, she's already done it, did it better, and she did it with a Diet Coke in her hand. So, drink what your mama gave you.
Good times have never been so good here at Lowell Park in Barnstable. On the other side of Barnstable, where Cotuit's crosstown rivals, the Hyannis Harborhawks, maintain a 9-3 lead into the bottom of the 8th. Zach Berman, Austin Takuta, Drake Toll, and Braden Nelson. Austin, he has looked quite sharp in his first inning and a third that we've seen today, and he's coming back out for the bottom of the 8th.
He's thrown nothing but strikes essentially out of the bullpen. We asked the question, who do the Hawks go to in the situation? We were talking about multi-inning options, and Braden Nelson's name didn't originally come up because we haven't seen a ton of them yet. But the Hawks come in, they ask him, get the last out of the 6th inning, come back for the 7th. He does so with incredible efficiency. Now he's back for the 8th.
Nelson deals first pitch. Troy, a high fly ball, right center field. McConnell ranging back, off the base of the wall. McConnell misplays a little bit. Troy rounding second, going for third. The relay is not in time, and Tommy Troy starts the bottom of the 8th with a triple.
Well, Braden Nelson just challenged Tommy Troy with a 93-mile-an-hour fastball, and Tommy Troy responded with a triple off the wall.
That's what Troy loves. I mean, that's the pitch that Tommy Troy wants to take as far as physically possible, and he almost picked one up and out. The wind has certainly died down and is less humid now, so right at the bottom of the wall, and now you got to work with a guy on third base, but still a 6-run cushion here, so I don't think your strategy changes too much if you're Braden Nelson.
Like, it's not the worst case in the world if you have a sac fly or, a play in the infield that gets an out. You trade an out for a run here easily. The batter, Carter Trice, he's got a pretty good game. He's reached 2 out of 3 times. He's been plunked, and he is singled as well. First pitch, righty to Trice. Breaking ball, how do you do? Swung on a miss.
Yeah, Trice coming into today, on today, 1 for 2. With a run.
Runner off at third is Tommy Troy, who was held hitless up until that point. The 0-1. Nelson deals in the dirt a little bit. Called ball 1.
Yeah, it's fun to see the stats all basically erased in the playoffs, as they should be, It's everybody starts over, and now you start a whole who does this in the playoffs, who does that in the playoffs. So far for the Harborhawks, the bats are alive.
1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out. The pitch, swing and a miss. That breaking ball again from Braden Nelson. Gets Trice to whiff at it. Was looking for my words there. Needed a thesaurus. You say swing and a miss so many times in an announcer.
Yeah, especially today, huh?
Yeah. The 1 ball, 2 strike pitch, runner off at third. Nelson deals righty, swing and a miss again. That breaking ball from Braden Nelson. Cash money, hundo P, whatever you want to call it, 1 down.
That's a big response from Braden Nelson. Guy goes triple on you, and then right after that, you get him swinging for a strikeout. And that is a classic example of what the Harborhawks have been able to do today of quelling any momentum Cotuit has. Any little blip, any little thing they get, the Harborhawks are right back there in your face, cutting you down, doing something to bring momentum back to their side.
The batter is Eddie Park. Park 1 for 3 with a single in the third. Runner off at third is Tommy Troy. The first pitch to Park in the dirt, blocked by Corona. We did say Zach Volker not a huge strikeout guy, right?
That was I wouldn't say huge, I'd say moderate.
Well, he struck out 7 Cotuit Kettleers bats today, and now Nelson has struck out 3 of his own. So the Harborhawks, 10 strikeouts of Cotuit bats.
Wow.
1-0 pitch to Park in the dirt, gets away, and that will bring home Troy easily on the pass ball or wild pitch. It's now 9-4.
Well, the good news on that one is now the bases are cleared with 1 out, and you kind of get to start over a bit. So, run comes across. Again, still a 5-run lead here. You've got enough to work with to stay calm and not change the way you approach these at-bats.
That's absolutely the case, as it's now a 2-0 count on Eddie Park. And for those of you that were thinking to yourselves, oh boy, Bourne is losing, no longer the case. 3-2 Braves. 2-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Yeah, point streak has it, on the score update side is 3-zip Falmouth, and then you click on that game, and it goes to 3-2 Bourne, top of the third.
Wait, 3-zip Falmouth, and they take a run away?
They took a run off.
Huh.
Sure. 2-1 pitch. Nelson deals home, and it's lined up the middle, through for a base hit. So Eddie Park gets into the hit column. He's now 2 for 4. And Cotuit maybe not going away so quietly.
Well, they're a good fastball hitting team. You saw the Tommy Troy triple came on a 93-mile-an-hour fastball up and out of the zone, and then that one, a 92-mile-an-hour fastball dug out and put into center field. Now with Caleb Lomavita at the plate, double play in order, you got to be aware that this is a team who continues to punish your fastball. May have to look more to your secondary pitches.
Right. Well, the secondary pitch has been the breaking ball for Nelson as he checks off first, and he's been quite good with the whole breaking ball thing to this point. He's gotten 3 Kettleers to swing and miss. As the Harbor Hawks looking to hold on and take game number 1. The first pitch down to Lomavita. Fastball called strike 1, the count 0-1. Lomavita 0 for 1 with a pop out in the 6th. He came in as a defensive substitution for Cal Harris.
Yeah, he's a tough bat to deal with today. Tough bat to deal with every day.
He might not be the easiest guy to double off. Yes, he's a catcher. The 0-1 pitch felt straight. Oh, back. Count 0-2.
Yeah, right into the crowd, Mike, huh?
Yeah.
You hear that one?
Well, what's big about that pitch, 84 on the breaking ball, and Nelson's starting to get off the fastball a little bit, look to his other pitches, and that could be the case here on 0-2. I don't know if you challenge Lomavita. He is a good fastball hitter up in the zone, too. Maybe spoil a pitch in the dirt here on 0-2.
I like that
wipeout
wipeout breaking ball. The one that we just saw him retire twice on. Back to first goes Nelson.
Yeah, they're really trying to keep Eddie Park close over there at third.
No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bottom 8th, the Harbor Hawks, a 9-4 lead. The 0-2, it was in the dirt. Nice block there by George Corona.
So you're starting to see kind of the way that Braden Nelson plays this. It seems like every pitcher is in one of 2 categories on an 0-2, either a high fastball or a breaking ball that wipes out into the dirt. Nelson's shown to be that guy, but his breaking ball's been so solid to this point. I really like that.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Cotuit maybe looking to string together a late rally of sorts, down 5. Here comes the 1-2. And it's called strike 3 on the fastball, 2 down.
Well, clearly Lomavita wasn't looking for the fastball there because that was a good one. On the outside corner, and Braden Nelson put it perfectly to freeze him. You know, no real argument from Caleb on the called strike 3, and that's a big pitch from Braden Nelson for a big second out.
I don't think I was expecting the fastball either. I was ready for the breaking ball. It's been so sharp from Nelson today, and there he throws the fastball at 93 on the outside half the plate. See ya.
The batter, Josh Pearson, 1 for 2. He's been hit by a pitch. He's also collected an RBI double to his name as Nelson goes back to first. I think we still got plenty of time to get a full 9 innings in.
The way it's going, yes, I'd say so.
That'll do. Close.
Plenty of time indeed.
I have a haircut at 12:15 tomorrow, so I was getting really worried.
Nelson deals righty-lefty first pitch in the dirt. Corona is having himself a pretty solid day behind the plate in relief. He came in cold and has looked pretty good.
Do you think that the Harbor Hawks in the 9th inning go with Ty Langenberg, Jackson Emus, anybody else?
I think Jackson Emus would be a good option.
Yeah.
1-0.
Emus or Rhodes.
Right.
Nelson deals. Pitch taken a little bit low, 2-0. You don't want to spoil any of your, the guys that you consider closers or big late game, close game pitchers. Now, considering that the way Nelson's looked, he might have to be upped into that category.
Yeah.
But, your Jordy Allards, your Jay Drivers,
Well, you're not afraid to ask a guy like Nelson to go 3 innings. That's what he did at Tampa. Plenty of appearances where he went 3 or 4.
2-0 pitch. High fly ball to left. It's going to stay very much so in the yard. Ross comes under it, and the Harbor Hawks are 3 outs away from taking game 1 of this best of 3. 1 run scored, 2 hits, 1 left on after 8. 9-4 Hawks on Harbor Hawk Baseball Network.
Traffic is treacherous. There's a fender bender on the pike. Gonna be a wicked commute. The expressway's backed up to the gas tanks. Gridlock. Crawl. Snarl. Gamma. Bottleneck. Logjam. 128 is a parking lot. You'll be late for supper tonight.
Keeping your car road ready is what we do best. At Sullivan Tire, we're always here to get you there.
Hey, we get you there too.
Choosing T-Mobile is like paying for this, but getting that. And so much more. more 5G bars in more places, more savings so your family saves 20% versus the other guys. And we won't raise the price of your rate plan with our price lock guarantee. Get more with T-Mobile. More 5G coverage, more savings, and even more cool stuff.
Top of the ninth inning, our score 9-4. The Harbor Hawks have the lead. Zach Berman, Austin Dakota, Drake Toll. New pitcher on the bump for Cotuit, and that would be... Is there not Chase Hopewell? And he has not pitched in the Cape Cod Baseball League yet this season.
Well, welcome to the league. Here's a time for you to make your debut, Chase Hopewell. And there's been more stressful situations, so he's just got to look to get his team to the bottom half of the ninth inning.
Chase Hopewell out of the University of Cincinnati. He's a Bearcat. And this past season, he had an ERA of 16.88, 13.1 innings pitched.
Well, had he showed up a little earlier, he may be in the running for best hair in the league, but
yeah,
a little bit
Steinauer, right? Him and Steinauer both have that
Matulia?
same
Got the flow.
Matulia, yeah. So that's what we know about him. He's got cool hair. Anything tangible at the baseball side?
I don't want to talk about the walk numbers this past year at Cincinnati.
Please do. Please talk about them.
20 walks to 11 strikeouts, but
and 13 in 1/3
this
inning.
summer in the Great Lakes Summer Collegiate League, in 10 games, he started 2 of them, went 29 1/3 innings pitched, an ERA of .31, 48 strikeouts to 13 walks.
Jeez.
This is a guy that in the spring had an ERA of 17.55, but then in the summer goes down to 29.1 innings and an ERA of 0.31.
Wow.
In 3 seasons of college, an ERA of 11.50 combined. In 2 seasons of summer ball, an ERA of 1.23 combined.
So, if history tells us any tale, it would be that in summer ball, which this is, we'll get the good version of Chase Hopewell.
Right.
This, of course, is not just any summer ball. This is the best of the best of the best we're talking here. And that starts off with Dom Patelli, 1 for 4 with a single and 3 strikeouts. And we'll go Patelli, Erhardt, Shonowell. Those last 2 guys that I mentioned, 7 and 8, both homering tonight. Harbor Hawks getting some huge contributions from the bottom of this lineup. On a day where Mitch Jebb, uncharacteristically 1 for 5, who in the Harbor Hawk organization is going to step up? It's going to be those 7 and 8 guys. First pitch, Patelli fouls it away.
Yeah, what do you got left? I mean, at the same time, we're at 6:52 right now. Are we going to lock in that this game is finishing no matter what?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Barring anything crazy.
Barring a few walks here.
Well, the only way it would not finish, I'd say, would be we go to extras.
The 0-1, Patelli hits it on the ground, foul.
Not quite trending that way.
Yeah, we'll see, though.
Nothing's impossible.
The count quickly 0-2 on Dom. Harbor Hawks to this point, 9 runs, 11 hits, no errors. For Cotuit, 4 runs, 7 hits, and a big difference in this one. 4 Kettleer errors.
Yeah.
The 0-2, righty-lefty. Hopewell winds and deals the pitch, and Patelli takes called strike 3, his 4th strikeout of the game. 1 down.
Yeah, tough day for Dom. He does have a hit, though. And that one just a little bit low and outside, but still in the zone. Good pitch there by Hopewell.
Batter now, Drew Erhardt, and Erhardt in this game, 2 for 4 with a double and an RBI, or a double and an RBI there, and also a 2-run home run. 2 hits, 2 ribbies. First pitch, Drew Erhardt takes a called strike 1. The count 0-1. I don't think the Harbor Hawks mind going down in order.
No. I don't know if they, I mean, you wouldn't love to necessarily, but at the same time, you're not altogether hurt if you do.
The 0-1 pitch. Erhardt takes a called strike 2.
Boy, howdy. Welcome into the ball game. Your first appearance on Cape, and you've already pumped down 1 strikeout, and Hopewell's already had 0-2 here.
No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, top of the 9th. Righty, the 0-2, Hopewell deals home. It's a little bit high, 1-2. Fastball touching 93.
Mentioned now there's 3 games tonight at ballparks that do not have lights. Brewster and Harwich tied in the 8th. Orleans and YD, that game close too. Man, they're really feeling that effect right now.
1-2 pitch, and it's hit off the end of the bat to first, and right take Nofo takes to the bag in time. Oh my goodness, you are right. Harwich tied it in the 8th, and they don't have lights in Brewster.
Jeez, the playoffs are tight everywhere else right now.
Oh boy.
Harbor Hawks are trying to avoid that late game scare that everybody else is getting.
Where'd all the pitching go in this league? I mean,
geez, somewhere. It's not Cape Cod. I think they all went to the NECBL to play out their last few games.
The batter, Nolan Shonowell, who is 2 for 4 with a double and a 2-run homer. Righty-lefty first pitch. Shonowell takes a little bit low, ball 1. Meanwhile, bottom 6 at YD.
Oh, that's
YD had the bases loaded with nobody out, and now there's 2 outs, and they haven't gotten anybody home.
Bottom 6, we'll see them tomorrow.
1-0 pitch. Taken low, now 2-0 to Shonowell.
Yeah, bases juice, 2 down, you said?
Yeah, they had bases juice, nobody out.
Boy, yeah. Austin, you're spot on. A lot of offense going on today.
Yeah.
Against the Game 1 playoff pitchers across the league, by the way.
2-0 to Shonowell. He swings through, fouls it home.
I mean, this isn't your casual Tuesday. This is every team pitching the best guy they have available in round 1 of the playoffs, game 1 of the playoffs, to try to get themselves in a position to win the first series. And it's just runs aplenty around the league, aside from Bourne Falmouth, that is.
And Volker was really the only one thus far that has really looked like just that.
Right.
2-1 to Shonowell. He takes a breaking ball called strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Base is empty. Hopewell looking to work a 1-2-3 inning in his Cape League debut. Righty-lefty. Hopewell gets his signs from Loma Vita and deals home, and it's in the dirt, taking a touch low. Count will run full. I don't think the Harbor Hawks trot out Braden Nelson for the 9th inning.
No, I don't believe so.
I'd say it's unlikely. I wouldn't necessarily rule it out, but
I thought I saw Emus up there warming earlier.
3-2 payoff pitch. Hopewell deals home, and it's taken in the dirt, ball 4. And a couple guarantees in life, death, taxes, and Nolan Shonowell working a walk.
Yeah, he does that quite a bit. I would say, as good as Riku Nishida is, Nolan Shonowell has proved to have the best plate discipline on this team. He leads the team in walks despite not playing as many games as a few of these guys due to a stint where he had to miss 10 in a row.
Mike Sirota, who is technically speaking 0 for 4, but he has reached base twice on 2 errors.
OBP stays up, huh?
First pitch, Sirota takes a breaking ball outside, ball 1. Runner off of first, top of the 9th inning. The Harbor Hawks 3 outs away from locking up game 1 of this best of 3. Hopewell deals righty-righty, the 1-0. In the dirt, 2-0. And now time is called. Let's see if Orleans and YD got out of that inning. It is 10-10.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh. Connor Carrick, a 2-run single to tie the game. Or Cole Carrick, excuse me.
Well, in this game that's being played in front of us, Mike Sirota's got a 2-0 count, so chance to do damage.
2-0. Sirota gets green light, hits it on the ground to third. Galaney will go across the diamond in time to retire the side, and we head to the bottom of the 9th. Harbor Hawks 3 outs away from locking this one up. Stay tuned. You're not going to want to miss this on Harbor Hawk Baseball Network.
Tastes like a Coke.
We nailed it!
Coke Zero Sugar. Have they nailed it?
Sounds like they really nailed it, huh?
Nailed it. And that's when you said... So it really tastes like a Coke.
Yeah, that's the point.
When it comes to buying or selling a home, you need a partner, not just an agent. For over 50 years, Gibson Sotheby's International Realty has set the standard in excellence and performance. A seasoned team that has thrived throughout all markets. Our agents live and work in your neighborhood and understand you. We are over 170 agents strong, backed by an in-house marketing team and global reach that is second to none.
From studios to penthouses, purchasing to renting, our team provides unparalleled real estate services.
If you live here, fun is your thing. If you live here, tough is your thing. Smart is your thing. Caring is your thing. If you live in Massachusetts, community is your thing. Since 1972, the Massachusetts State Lottery has provided over $25 billion to help cities and towns with the things they need most. If you live here, giving is your thing.
Lose your job, just have a baby, just turned 26 and are off your parents' health insurance? Well, the Massachusetts Health Connector has you covered. When life changes mean health care changes, the Health Connector makes sure you still have the coverage. The Health Connector won't let you go without coverage. Reach out to learn more. Call us today at 1-877-MA-enroll. That's 1-877-MA-enroll. Or go to www.mahealthconnector.org/gethelp. Get covered today. Jackson Emis in to shut things down here in the bottom of the ninth in a game the Harbor Hawks have controlled from start up to this point through 8.5. They lead 9-4. Zach Berman, Austin Takuta, Drake Tull. It has been a complete team effort to this point.
Well, there's not a better option than Jackson Emis to close the door here today. Just a 0.53 ERA in 17 innings of work. That converts to 1 earned run in that time period. Jackson Emis is as good as they come. He's steady, he's consistent. He may not wow you with overpowering stuff, but on a game-to-game basis, this guy gets out and he gets the job done.
Well, I would have described him coming into this as similar to Volker, and that he's more of a contact pitcher, but I'd be completely wrong. 21 strikeouts in 17 innings. The numbers are there to 7 walks as well in those 11 hits you mentioned. So Emis is, again, right, like maybe you watch him and you don't think Magdal Cotto, electric light you up, but he has great pitch selection and great placement, very similar to Ben Johnson in that regard, but hopefully his outing looks a little bit different than Johnson's.
Well, a very intelligent pitcher. That's why I think the strikeout numbers aren't as high as they can.
He did get into Princeton, by the way.
Well, yeah, that too.
Let's go to Princeton.
He's a guy who doesn't necessarily pitch to the strikeout, as you mentioned. He knows each hitter, and he tries to attack each hitter to their weaknesses, and whether it's put the ball in play, he's content with trusting his defense.
Trotter Harlan out, Sam Ruda of Army West Point in, and the first pitch from Jackson Emis outside, ball 1.
83 there with the off speed.
Sam Ruda has hurt the Harbor Hawks in the limited time that he's seen them this season.
Yeah.
Had a 2-run double against them in these teams' last meeting. The 1-0 pitch taken low, 2-0.
89 on the fastball there from Emis, and another big part of his game is where the delivery comes from. The guy is huge, 6'7" on the bump, 240.
Jackson Emis looking to secure something that a Hyannis Harbor Hawks organization has not seen in a long time as the pitch is taken inside 3-0.
Yeah, 3-0 here. And again, Emis's walk numbers are not horrendous. 7 walks in 17 innings, but he's threatening one here on the first batter and a 3-0 count already. Do you think Cotuit goes back to that green light in a 3-0 here with Ruda?
I don't think you can.
Well,
3-0 pitch to Ruda, and he takes a called strike 1. Yeah, you can't swing away at 3-0 because if you pop it up.
Oh, they swung away at 3-0
earlier. They did that once tonight.
Well, not in this spot, in the bottom of the ninth. Well, you need a bloop and a bloop and a bloop and a blast.
Just about the same spot as they did earlier.
Yeah. That was a very peculiar call.
3-1. Righty-lefty. Emis steals home, and it's a high pop. Left field side of foul territory. Ross going for it, makes the dive, can't make the play. Would have been the play of the year had he hung on to it.
Well, he didn't get to it, but what effort, and that's what you like to see. You're in a 5-run game. Jackson Ross easily could have just mailed it in and said, I'm not going to get there, I'm not going to make the effort, but he full extension, dives out, loses the hat, tries to make a play. That's the hustle that's helped carry this Harbor Hawk team throughout the season.
That's going to hurt. He'll feel that one tomorrow.
Laying it all on the line. Well, the last time we were here, July 27th, Sam Ruda had 3 RBIs against the Harbor Hawks.
He was good.
And since then, he has had 1 hit in 5 games.
A lot of power to left center field, too.
Out of Army West Point, the native of Yardley, Pennsylvania, Philadelphia area. Payoff pitch, the 3-2. Emis deals, hit on the ground. Shawnuel, a dive, will throw it over to Emis in time. What a play by Nolan Shawnuel. 1 down in the ninth.
Nolan Shawnuel can do it with the leather. We've seen that play a couple times from him, diving to his right, Freddie Freeman-esque, and what a job by Emis to get over and cover the bag.
What a job by Emis to work back from 3-0 right there. The guy's down 3-0 and just pumps the strike zone, gets a grounder. It's a would-be base hit there, but Shawnuel saves it.
The batter now, Ryan Gallany, 0 for 3 today with a strikeout. Emis, righty, 2 outs away from sending this thing back to Hyannis and giving the Hawks a chance to lock up the series tomorrow night. First pitch, ball 1, a little bit low. We don't have Cotuit's known starter tomorrow. What we can tell you is it is Magdal Cotto on the bump tomorrow night.
I'm sure Cotuit knows that too. You think, why don't you keep it secret till the day of? Nah, it's not going to matter.
1-0, righty. Emis deals. There's a strike, 89. 1-1.
Well, this is certainly the change of momentum and pace from what the Hawks have had happen the last week or so. It's been 500 baseball down the stretch by a really good baseball team, and tonight has been a shift in the energy, and they've beaten Cotuit in every category.
1-1.
Oh.
Did he go through? They say he didn't. Gallany held up.
That's a 50-50 call, really tough one.
Absolutely.
Here's something you got to remember. The Harbor Hawks have struggled at the plate except for 3 games in this past week. The 2 games against Cotuit and the 1 game against YD, where YD got shelled out of the gate and it wound up being a 7-5 game. But the Harbor Hawks have been able, down the stretch, to consistently hit against this Kettleers team. There's a called strike 2 to Gallany.
Well, yeah, we said that earlier this season, even in the last week or so. If there's one team you do want to see that you match up well against, it's got to be Cotuit, and it strictly comes with the matchups. It's not that Cotuit's a bad team. They're one of the best teams, if not the best team in the West over the course of the season, as you saw. But Hyannis just toe-to-toe.
2-2. Just misses outside, and the count will run full.
Yeah, Hyannis going toe-to-toe with these guys. Has a chip on their shoulder. It's the rivalry matchup, and I know the Harbor Hawks feel like they probably should have won a couple more games against the Kettleers during the regular season.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on. Jackson Emis deals home. Swing and a miss! Gallany down on strikes. The Hawks are 1 out away.
Great pitch by Emis. He teases him outside with the breaking ball in the outer half, comes back in with an inside and low fastball that Gallany can't help but swing after, and great job by the Princeton product to get a quick 2 outs.
Boy, what a game. You've got Hyannis going to Cotuit round 1, 4 o'clock start where it's blazing hot outside, enemy territory, and you just go out and the offense explodes. You score all those runs you've been missing the last few games, chip on your shoulder. The Harbor Hawks could not have looked better so far today.
First pitch, Enrique Bradfield takes it, called strike 1.
Yeah, Bradfield's impressed and done a little bit of both.
Yeah, he did get thrown out at second base.
You've seen both ends of it today from Bradfield. A nice hit, so solid plate discipline, but also in the outfield, not a great arm, and was caught stealing.
0-1, hit on the ground to Riku. He makes the play in time, and for the first time since August 7th, 2015, the Hyannis Harbor Hawks have won a playoff game. 9-4 your final over the Kettleers.
What a win. All around tonight, the Harbor Hawks have beat the Cotuit Kettleers in every category. Runs, hits, and errors. 9 runs, 11 hits, no mistakes. A clean game all around by the Hawks, and it certainly feels good to be a Harbor Hawk tonight.
Hey, you do it today at Cotuit. On the road, they already took the Veterans Cup, or what's the cup?
Patriots,
the Providence Cup, the Patriots Cup. They already took that, and you can have it. What matters is these matchups in the postseason, and for Hyannis to go on the road and get it done today, that right there, at Cotuit, rivalry game, huge momentum boost for these guys, and wow, in blowout fashion too. I mean, it wasn't a close game. This game was over really from the 3rd inning or so.
This is a tough call for the NAC player of the game. It really is. You could go a multitude of different ways.
Yeah, there are.
I mean, you got 3 guys with 2 RBIs.
I gotta give a tip of the cap to Zach Volker. He's gonna get my vote. 5 2/3, 5 hits, 3 runs, but 7 strikeouts to 1 walk is what really shined. Obviously, Lowell and Erhardt, a couple of home runs apiece, but for me, it's gonna be Zach Volker getting the vote because he gave you an extended chance to win the game.
I'm going to go Volk with a casual tip of the captain, Nolan Shonowell. 2 hits, 2 RBIs on the home run, and the diving stop there in the bottom of the 9th inning. Drake, any objections?
I am going to go duo players of the game, Zach Volker, Nolan Shonowell.
Fine with that?
Fine with that. Your final stat line. Hyannis, 9 runs, 11 hits, no errors. Cotuit, 4 runs, 7 hits, 4 errors. Tomorrow night, 6 p.m., first pitch from McKeon Park. The Harbor Hawks can send the Kettleers packing. But for our wonderful production crew, Ella Gibson, Abby Stokes, our sideline reporter.
Watch it.
Brio Losick, Drake Tall, Austin Akuta, I'm Zach Berman.
Hold on.
Just a second.
Do you hear that?
Song? Is it Luke Combs is singing it in the distance? He's singing. I've never heard him sing that line before. What is that one?
It's a great day to be a Hawk.
It's a great day to be a Hawk.
9-4 your final game.